All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night. We've got Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia. Finally. Hey, what's up, guys? We're back on the YouTube app. Mega Brave, Mega Brave, and Symphonia. We also have new Rocket Break and the return of OP1. I'm sorry, no, not OP1. Opus 1. Opus 1 Final Fantasy. Let's take a quick look at that Final Fantasy. It's a cool box to have. Let's see, Opus 1. It's a cool box to have because it has gotten really, really old. All right, I see a price on it. Tempted to actually just go buy this right now. I mean, this is English, right? Might just buy this. I'm gonna grab this. All right, that's because I don't know how much of this is truly left. I really don't. Okay. Looks like we'll be trying to sell those booster packs for $17 a pack. That is the oldest set of Opus Final Fantasy now. Opus 1 used to be 16, it looks like. Now it's 17. We have another fresh box on the way. Let's go ping our Discord server. How's it going, everybody? Let's open up our iPad as well, shall we? All right. Oh, 24 people watching. Very nice. That's like twice as many people as we had yesterday. I'm just kidding. We think that there will not be a ping tonight. The ping was not working earlier today. Let me know if the ping worked for you guys. Let's see. Alex pinged over there. And I'll just set this out over here. Okay. Idea for the Cardconomist. Let's throw that away. Wood. Looks like we have a pre-order for tonight. It's them 5 Mega Symphonias. Symphonias. All right, let's close some tabs up. Oh yeah, here's this God pack we pulled. Let's see how that's doing. Okay, God pack views are higher than the average. That's good. Okay, then we had one whole box of Mega Symphonia. How's that doing? Doing better than usual as well. Okay, very cool. Just wondering about those videos. All right, let me hit refresh on this. Okay. What's up, man? Mister, what breaks are we having? We got some breaks. Before we do that, let me do something real fast. I want to spend some money right now. You guys want me to spend some money? I want to spend some money, Bill. Let's just see. What are we sorting this by? What's this? What's this? I gotta acquire some of that Spider-Man. I haven't bought any Spider-Man. All right, maybe I'll do that a little later. Are you guys super excited for Spider-Man? I'm okay with Spider-Man. It's not like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Set this over here. Here is the new Rocket Pack. Oh, we need to choose a price on the Rocket Pack, don't we? Are you ready for Everdark Caligo? Caligo? Who's Caligo? Which one is that? Let's set this over here for now. Man, I feel like we need a new table or something. You know, we've had the same table for a long time. We are. Wonder if it would be exciting to get a new setup. It sounds like a silly question, doesn't it? I think that's a silly question. Fissure in the Fog, the Ice Dragon. Oh, yeah, I don't think about him very much. He's kind of a dumb fight, isn't he? He's over in like 2 seconds. Not much of, he doesn't put up much of a fight, so I assume whatever we're getting is going to be a big improvement over what we had, because we didn't have much with that. All right. Pop this open. Nice rocket pack here. Ooh, looking good. Mets are all over the place. This is the pack split. Oh, now see, I don't like it looking like that. Hold on. A long time ago, we put stickers straight on the plastic. I'd just go get a fresh one. But I tend to reuse this one. He's boring, so I hope the Everdark does something good. I hear we're getting ranked mode eventually. Is that true? Are we getting a ranked mode? I ought to stream myself play. You know, you guys would probably enjoy watching me play it live. All right, let's close this. Let's close this. I never managed to get a comfortable streamer setup. I never managed to do it. Mister, have you still got those holders for sale? Yes, I believe I do. Let's reset this music. Okay, that is not the price for that booster pack. 59 obviously is much too high. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got here. Do, 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 do. All right, here we are. I haven't heard about anything involving ranked. I'd enjoy that though. I like the speedrunning aspect and do a lot of soul speedrunning. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna grab one of these. Rare candy break, looking good. Yeah? Click. Divided by 11. Well, I like the Team Rocket break, man. The Team Rocket break is good. You know why the Team Rocket break is so good? I'll tell you why. It's because it actually comes with 11 cards. It comes with 11 cards. So, in general, it's just a cheaper break. You get to divide it 11 times. Okay. I'm an Orioles fan. At least they suck. Makes me feel better. Rare candy break looking good. So, it's going to say 34... 11 in 11. All right. Aha. So that is the new pack break. It's also called the pack split. Adjust my camera a little bit. How's that looking? Is that looking good, guys? Yeah, we ought to design a new table. I feel like we've been doing this same table for years now. It's probably about time for an upgrade. Maybe I could get something real custom put together. Wow, really? I'm starting with no water. That's no good. I'm going to have to get some water for sure. All right, so one of the things I know I have to do, I need to record Mr. LaFlame's ungraded cards. He wants a video of that. I think I'm going to do that when it slows down, maybe. I should have done that yesterday. We had a real slow stream yesterday. I was paying attention today to the stream. The daytime stream reached like 120 viewers. The daytime stream, 120 viewers. And it generally had so many orders that I had to stop taking the orders. I had to be like, I got to go. You know, I had to tell people to stop sending in. That was the daytime stream. Daytime stream was popping, man. All right. And now we were on the nighttime stream. That's right. We stream so much. We stream twice per day. And then we stream on the weekends, too. There's literally no off days. That means in 1 week, we stream something like 12 times. I think we have 12 streams per week. Whew, that is a lot of streams. So, where are we right now? Ethan Murray, he says, hey, had a reminder on my phone to pay for shipping this month. I have a small bag of raw cards and a couple of slabs. All right, Ethan Murray. let's go looking for you. By the way, don't forget about the booster pack break. It now has 2 people, and it is the star card recipient. Good time to jump into that. We're looking for Ethan Murray, so I'm cleaning these up over here. I'm clearing up these boxes. What is this, Luke Glory? Luke Glory's bag doesn't belong there. It belongs next to Lucas Lange. So Eric Tang, Everett Treminio, Ethan Murray. You're really cutting it close there, Ethan. I'm glad you shipped out because that would be considered expired. I would have shipped that the previous month just to be safe. There we go. But you got it. It's safe. Your bag is secure. It's getting shipped out. Speaking of bags that need to be secured, here's Ernesto. What did he have? He had some hollows. A couple of these. There's a Growlithe. Not a super popular Growlithe, and a Ferrothorn. So he left his stuff behind. This, actually, here, these are English hollows. I'll take a look at those because I like the way that Steelix looks. That's being placed off over there to be tested. Now, Ethan Murray, you want to see what was in your bag? They caught the guy from Tennessee that was on the run. He was hiding in a pool house. Why was he on the run? Mew, Rockruff, Espeon, Flying Pikachu. We are. He was playing Switch when he was in a max security prison. Oops. Probably not going to get a Switch now. All right, Ethan. So let's see if we've shipped you before. I think the very first thing we'll do tonight is reset our shipping software so it's fresh. He killed 4 family members. My God, dude. Crazy, dude. Wow. It's just messed up hearing that stuff, isn't it? I don't know why people can't just be normal. You're reminded all the time that humans are just like a chromosome away from just being basically wild animals. They are really crazy. We need to get our species evolving further. We need to evolve further and further into being more human-like, more sentient, more aware, more self-control. All right, so Ethan Murray. Let's go ahead and grab this. Have you been out there, Murray? Okay. Oop. We'll grab this. That's looking good. You didn't give me an email, so I'm just going to go ahead and ship as is, okay? When will you accept Chime as a payment option? Will it be possible? I've never heard of that. Let me take a quick look into that. Search for Chime. Chime mobile banking. Number 9 in finance. That's pretty good. CASHAPP is number 2. Venmo is number 3. Chime's number 9. What's up with Chime? I don't understand it. What does it do differently? Why does it stand out as a payment processor? What do people like about Chime app? The banking service allows you to get paid in a few days earlier than the original pay. I don't like that. Let's see. Says that it protects you from overdrafting. So what? You get your paycheck 2 weeks early? I'm sorry, 2 days early? All right, so Mr. Ethan, let's go ahead and print this out. We've got this all calculated. Printing time. Oh my gosh. There you go. You don't need Chime to accept a Chime payment. Oh, that's good. All right. Very good. Ta-da! Thank you so much. Placing this over here. Alexis is finally coming in. She's coming in for Wednesday shipping. Very important. Okay, we're moving over here to Mr. Hathim, 5 Mega Symphonias. We're going to price these up a little later. What do we have? A Phoebos and a Worker and a Mickey Mouse. Uncle Walt told me to take a walk, and I'm doing it. Look at that. This is from 1935. You're looking at super vintage Disney cards. Mega super vintage. Now, I'll move this over here. Okay, lovely. By the way, did you guys notice this is up to 6 out of 15 now? Very nice. What is the fastest moving break right now? What I've seen move quickly is the Mega Sublist for the Gengar. Not the Ancient Origins. That's moving slow. But this is the other one. The Mega Brave Symphonia picked up 2 spots. So Mega Brave Symphonia, this gives you 2 booster boxes. 1 Brave, 1 Symphonia box if you get pulled. That's 2 boxes for 40 bucks, odds of 1 in 7. Now let's go get those Mega Symphonias. Simp! Oh, whoa, whoa, don't slide. Okay. Mega Symphonitas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck to Mr. Thim. Ooh. So the good news is we haven't pulled any of the major pulls from this set yet. Yes. So tonight could be the night that I will fall for you. Ready? When is the collab with Lil Tay? Yeah. We are. All right. Tossing this over here. Okay. Selling all my Pokemon cards and subscribing to Lil Tay. There we go. I'm donating at least $1 million. Hold. Here's Shalakazam. This badge here. Very nice badge. And ooh, the doggy Borf. Okay, lovely. All right. Graveyard, huh? That's pretty cool. Hathim. We gave you a box, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay. All right. There you go. Gold cards are the chase, correct? And the Venusaur Evo line. Gold cards are the chase. Yeah, the gold cards are the chase. Apparently, they look very nice, and everyone approves of them. They go, I want one of those. I want one of those gold cards. They're cool, man. I don't like this. This is too big. It's not fitting. That's what she said. All right. We're going to get a smaller sized one. The big ones hurt, after all. Good. Did you catch the eBay Live with Logan Paul? Anything notable worth mentioning? I didn't watch that. You watched that? I didn't watch that. Who watched that? Your mama watched that. I just throw that piece of plastic away. Okay, lovely. Logan Paul could have been making big bucks in the hobby right now. I feel like he took a break from it all. Here's this Pupitar down to 50 bucks, down from $97. The Star Wars break, which is forever stuck. The TCC giveaway, that is a vintage Pikachu. Team Rocket Sneasler is a wonderful high-end card that could be slabbed away. We have an order, Tammy Low. Let's go crazy. 2 boxes Mega Symphonia, 1 box Mega Brave. Damn, bro! That's a lot of cards. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. Miss Tammy said, open me some Pokemon cards. Ta-da! Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. All right, if we shake hard enough, we'll get good pulls. Now, I heard that this box had a wonderful gardevoir in it. Wow, she really likes Pokemon. Ready, steady. Zoop. Tonight's stream brought to you by Miss Tammy. Okay. Tossing that. All right. Let me smell them. Ooh, cancer chemicals. All right, ready to snip? That's what I love. Wow, 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 wow. Box number 1, guys. Smash that like button for me, will ya? So, who received a ping? Did anyone get a ping? Did YouTube notify you that I was going live? I bet it didn't. We're having trouble with the YouTube ping. YouTube's like, don't ping anybody. There it is. Wow, 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 wow. How now, brown cow? Nope, says Big Jester. Nope. We ping on Discord. YouTube pinged me. Oh, okay. Maybe YouTube ping is working. All right, cool. Some people got it. Some people did not. Sarah Doozababy's here. Hello, Sarah. We are. Sarah, that video of the God Packs performing better than anything else this week. How do you feel about that? That's pretty cool, right? We are. It's too bad you didn't pull that right after Prismatic came out. That video would have gone probably super viral. But it's still one of the best videos, in my opinion. It's still one of the hardest pulls we've had on the channel. I like this Raikou, man. That's a nice looking Raikou. All right, what we got? Kyle Gray. Kyle Gray is not bad either. Seeing some good hollows in here. Look, Alakazam. These are solid hollows. Mother Child. Graveyard. We just saw this one. Okay. Oh, well, and hell, yeah. Glad it's getting views. It's pretty cool, huh? Here we are. We haven't had a video go like super viral in a minute now. I think for a video to do super, super, super well, we got to pull like the top thing just as it comes out. And it's got to be like some crazy set. I think it's 2 to 3 alts per box. 2 to 3 alts per box. You don't know that. Well, you know. That's Meganium. Snowbird. Obama. Xerneas. This place. Ah, that sucks. Okay. I like the teddy bear. He's cute. Cold. I just found out Skyrim has a haunted house mission. I never knew this. A haunted house mission. What is this called? This is actually called Snowbird. What's this? I don't remember this guy's name. There's Galadriel. Okay. All right. Code. Code. That's cute. There's got to be a reverse hollow of that in English, huh? That's a double R. It almost looks like an SR, to be honest with you. Clawitzer. Everyone loves Clawitzer. Okay. Cold. All right, we're almost done with box number 1. Hey, hey, Ghost Girl. All right. And Raikou and Manectric. If I buy Star Wars Galaxy Pack, do I keep all the cards? Yes, you do. Snover. Oh, his name is Snover, so I was close. Okay. All right. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of sleepy tonight. I must not have gotten enough sleep. Well, I got interrupted with the phone call, didn't I? There we go. Here we are. Very nice. I love Acerola. Hopefully not too much. Look at this. Ba-doop. All right. Ba-doop. So box number 1 was an Acerola box. And now box number 2, Mega Symphonia. Sleepy from Snow White. Hey Douglas, good to see you in the channel going well. Random one from your pro grading. Which grading company is the most friendly on print lines and full arts? In the full arts, I wouldn't bother with Beckett because they won't let anything squeak by. But if it's in the full art, PSA should hand out a 10 to it. That's what they used to do. I don't know if it's still that way because they have their new grading. They upped their grading standard. So I don't know if their new grading standard allows it. Their old grading standard did, though. You can have a print line inside of the texturing of the full art, and they would just allow it. Now, if it's a hollow, like if it's a foil, they will not allow it. That'll be considered a problem with the card. You can always send it to CGC and hope for a weak CGC Gem Mint 10. Here it is. I don't know if that helps you much because CGC 10s are behaving kind of like PSA 9s. You ready? Snipping this. Ready? Snipping this. Snipping these. And snipping this as well. CGC slabs are so nice, but people hate CGC. Here it is. CGC has a very strong competition now. Tag did not exist before. Now it does. So now CGC has very tough competition. Oh, somebody tried to send me money on Cash App. Cash App is not working today. Here it is. At least it's not working for me. Cash App, is Cash App still down? So somebody, Troy Malice said Cash App was down for him with making payments to other people, not just to me. So Cash App's having some problems. Anyone else notice that? How's fire season over there in your neck of the woods? What do you mean by fire season? It is? Is this a fire season where you live? Nice, Mr. Much appreciated. Did you hear a TikToker bought the Annabelle doll? That's funny. A TikToker? Friggin' Cash App. Cash App does not appear to be working tonight. We have Venmo, we have Zelle, we have PayPal. Ooh, PayPal. Hey, what's up, Mr. LaFlame? Louis promoting. Oh, Louis, what's up? Louis, how's it going, man? He says, Wenzel has 50K subs and 900 viewers. But in my opinion, this is my favorite streamer. What? He's so much better than me? Oh, man. I wish I could be like Wenzel one day. Here's Gardevoir. Louis just being Louis. Yeah, just block the payment. Something's going on with Cash App. I don't know if that's for everyone using Cash App with anyone or if it's specific to me or what. Here's Cernius, but somebody said that the Cash App is not working at all. Here is Shedinja. How do we get on the free card? Hey, how's it going? Jose Arredondo. You're going to have to type in TCC. All right. Here. Does the mega end your turn when you evolve it? That's when they used to do it. That's what they used to do. Here's a cold one. And here is a cold one. And here is Snovert. Like the stream as well. All right. Let's see. TCC. Does the mega end your turn? We'll toss this over here. It's funny you guys are all doing that, though, because I actually don't have it set up. Let me go set up the giveaway. That's what the Spirit Link was for, so it wouldn't end your turn. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, at them. Here's Manectric. Bazoinks! Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, some hollows. So you got a nice Manectric. You got a nice Manectric. You got Snover. I like the Shedinja actually, but so it looks like these could be it for you. Your 2 SRs. Graveyard. Look at that Graveyard. Clawitzer. Cool. And Raku. And Manectric. Very nice. All right. Ooh. Tossing that over there. Slipping this in a sleeve. I knew Mister would get a kick out of that. Oh, wow, they changed it now, but Mega gives 3 KO points long instead of 2. Soup. All right, so we're 2 boxes deep, Miss Tammy. So far, no alt-arts. I want an alt-art for Tammy. Can we just get an alt-art for Tammy already? Okay. Let's slide this in here. Slide. Okay, what do we got so far? We've got Snovert, Shedinja, Graveyard, some hollows, Snovert again, Stoofel, very cute, Weavile, Acerolla's not bad. I don't think the Acerolla's bad. But we gotta get a hit. I want a Zared. All right. I got good news and bad news. Give me only the good news. I don't want the bad news, Cameron. Give me only the good news. Throwing this over here. Louis was here. That was the bad news. I can't tell if Louis was actually just doing a straight up advertisement there. He says this is his favorite stream, but I don't think I've seen him here for like one day. And that seemed a lot like an actual advertisement. Here it is. All right. There we go. And we'll snip this as well. That's the thing about advertisements, you know, people don't always say, by the way, I'm advertising. People don't do that. There we go. And here's that. Because I don't think I've seen him here for a little while. Toss this over here. He doesn't hang out and have conversation. Here's Mawile. Ads like from South Park. Ooh, South Park. Wow, this is cool looking, huh? That's a Shinji Konda's Sandshrew. Look at that. Okay. Oh, picking up the Bulbasaur. Very nice. Okay. There's Absol. Cold. Cold. Let me just see. I think that might have just been an ad. It is. Louis, you still hanging around? Louis, if you're still here, say something. You are. Hello, mister. I will be shipping all of my singles. I've DM'd you the details. Can you refund me the 100 for international shipping and -9 for my store credits? I can definitely do that. No problem, man. Here's a Venusaur. Here's a cold one. Here's, you know, I looked at your cards because I thought maybe we could record it tonight. And I actually talked about it at the beginning of the stream that we need to find like an empty portion of the stream to maybe go through them. But if you already feel comfortable sending them out, that's fine too. I don't mind that. Okay. All right. I really like that Bulbasaur. Here's Spearow. All right. I don't think Louis here. I think he really did just pop in to do an ad. Cold. Oh, what is this? Wow, that Mawile looks crazy, man. Mega Mawile. Yeah. I guess he did, huh? He's not here anymore. Boom. You can't be doing that. Can Louis have permission to text Alex? Oh, what? It says I did Troy. Well, hold on. What the hell? That's not what I wanted at all. Jesus Christ, dude. You know what happens is when you try to hide somebody. Great, now I'm trying to find out where the hell the Louis message went. Oops. Troy talks a lot, so now I got to try and locate the correct message. Let's see. Sorry, Tammy. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. Oh, so Troy's message was right above his. Did we get it right? Ah, there we go. Okay. All right, there it is. Doling out the ban. You can't come in here and do that because that seems pretty malicious, actually. Don't you, wouldn't you guys agree? That seems pretty malicious. He popped in not to hang out, but just to advertise somebody else. It's like, ooh. Lou's like an illegal alien that we need to deport from the channel. Troy catching strays. I'd goon for Mister. All right, I need some goon pals, man. What the hell? All right. Woo. Very nice. He was the sign spinner. Yeah, he's spinning signs today. You are? All right. Bulbasaur. Look at that Bulbasaur. That's nice, man. Okay. So, Miss Tammy pulling the Bulbasaur. I have a bad feeling of what is happening. So, what is this Louis guy? But that's your little homie, mister. Not if he's hanging out. If he's just coming in here to advertise, is not. That sounds like he might be somebody else's little homie. Here's Spiro, Marshadow. Okay, we've got Snovert. We got Shedinja. We've got Grieveyard. Snover but twice. Stoofel. Grieveyard twice. Acerola. Weavile. The balloon. Manectric's kind of cool. You got this thing. I don't think it's going to hold too much value, though. Okay, and you got this thing as well. So 2 trainers. What'd you think of that, Miss Tammy? What'd you think of that? I think the Bulbasaur is genuinely good. I also think the Acerola is decent. Ba-doop. All right, put this here. I think that's one of the better hits. I think the Bulbasaur is going to be definitely desirable. No Altarts, though. I want Tammy to have an Altart. I'll put you on this list here, Tammy. Here you are. Tammy, the biggest order tonight. Okay. Good. Okay. Miss Tammy. Another Bulbasaur needed to add to the illustration rare collection. There we go. I'm saving for another manga. What? For another manga? Tossing this over here. Bulbasaur got 3 different illustration rares. Did he? Okay, let's see. To this address. All right. Okay, there's some really specific instructions. I'm going to thumbs up that and mark it unread. But that means we're going to try and get you out tonight, okay? We're going to get that label out tonight, I think. Here's Jose Redondo, 1 TCC Raw Shuffle, 3 Energy Shuffles. You got it. Is Louis Mexican? I don't think he is. I think he might have mentioned he was Jewish, actually. Here we are. All right. 1, 2, 3. Not that that matters. No, what's going on is he was an interesting customer who kind of harassed Six a little bit at one point, and he apologized for that. And then he hung out kind of in a normal way in some capacity for a while. He bought a nice little Charizard off of me, which I believe has gone up in value. People like to tease him a lot because of some of the ways he's behaved, I suppose. Bit uncouth, but most recently, what he just did there, he just kind of came in and advertised another streamer and then just bopped out. It's like, bro, he can't be doing that. So he will not be coming back, I assume. We are? All right, you ready? He would do this thing where he would come in and then sort of like make demands on what cards he wants from me. He's like, I want your best cards, and I want them at a low price, and they better be PSA 10s, and they better be English, and they better be high-quality vintage. And I'm like, I don't have any of those for sale. Here it is. You ready? So 3 of the energy shuffles. There you go, 3 of them. What do we got? Shoop. 3 cold ones. So you did good on the raw shuffle. You got cold ones on the pokey shuffle. Your raw shuffle held 4 ARs. Nice. Okay, Jose Redondo. Let's see. There we go. All right. We don't need to talk. We don't need to talk a bunch of trash on him. I don't think that's super appropriate. I just think what he did there wasn't very appropriate. I suspect that was truly an ad. And if it's really an ad, then, you know, that's the sign. It's gone too far. You got to go at that point. All right. Put that there. Now we have Martin Ramirez, 2 gem 2s. 2 gem 2s. You shouldn't have Martin Ramirez. Whoever the guy is, I don't really trust that user. There we go. Very nice. Oh, we've got Flareon. Oh, very nice. And we've got Glaceon. Look at that Glaceon. All right. Lou requested you go fetch 6 as well. What? So that's Mr. Martin? Did he actually say that? He didn't say that. There. He was a bit girl crazy though, wasn't he? Wasn't he asking about Alexis at one point when she wasn't around? He's like, where's that one girl, the new girl? It's like, why do you care? There we go. It's just a bit strange. Okay. So once again, CASHAPP is not working at the moment. Let me refresh over here. And now we're going to grab one of these. We have Mr. Them 2 NBA packs. You got it, man. Let's turn this down a bit. I gave him a lot of chances to just kind of hang around and be normal. And he just never really did, I guess. There's Scizor. Here's Pikachu. Here's Cloud. And here's Cindy. All right. Good. I don't like tag grading. Okay. It's 1 or 2 years since this happened with Louis. It was so funny and embarrassing at the same time. He's disrespectful as F. There it is. Yeah, I can't, well, I don't know what he just did there, because it seemed an awful lot like he was doing an ad, and he wasn't even around to explain what it was, so it feels like it was definitely an ad. So if he was around and he said, oh, no, you misunderstood or something, you know, like maybe he was just trying to say some kind of conversation, but that seemed an awful lot like an ad. There you go, and it's like, you can't be doing ads. What's your assessment of me? I think you're very nice. That's the only way I think of Mr. Brandon. He's a very nice guy, but you need help keeping your cards, so no giving them away. There we are. Dante DaVincenzo. Wait, did I say that right? DaVincenzo? What kind of name is that? What the hell? Do you have any Marvel packs for sale? I think I do. Do I have Marvel packs? There we are. I think I have some really expensive Marvel packs somewhere. There you go. If you're looking for Marvel, you got to go to the extended menu. We have an extended menu. Pretty sure they'd be there, okay? He reached his final form, the Louis Adbot. Well, there is one thing that's true in this stream. If you behave like that, if you wanted to get kicked out, that is the fastest way to get kicked out. You'll be kicked out so fast doing that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that in their stream anywhere. Every YouTuber will kick you for behaving that way. There it is. There you go. Chat is not just some advertisement billboard for you. Okay. Mr. Refers, you talk more normally than talk weirdly, Troy. What? Unacceptable. Can confirm it was an ad. He is over there chatting in the other live. Ah, there you go. There you go. I thought of maybe asking a mod to go look it up. Wow. So he just popped in to do an ad. That sucks, dude. All right. Very lame. All right, Mr. Thim, let's go ahead and put this in your bag. A Thim with an H. Very lame. Okay, we'll grab this. All right. And we'll put that away. Thank you, Mr. Thim. So now we have Mr. Caleb, 2 English black packs with my store credit, and send the rest of the store credit to PayPal since Cash App is down. You got it. All right, Cash App, PayPal. Chinese Gengar Pikachu card is epic. You like it? Let's see. I think it's way too expensive. It's like shockingly expensive. But who knows? Maybe that's the price. It's just hard to tell, isn't it? So, Mr. Caleb, we've got your card right here. And you want 2 English black bulk packs. You got it. All right. Mister, you didn't have an open box of NBA? Oh, I did. Here it is. Sorry about that, man. I can set that one to the side for you, maybe? All right, so 2 Pokemon Black. And these are $14 a piece. I'm trying to remember the price. Oh, they're $15 a piece. Wow, those are pricey. So those are $30. Okay. You got it, Mr. Caleb. Okay. Snipping this. The sports cards kind of go in the back, so it could be easy for me to miss that there's already an open box. Ready? Pokey Gear. He's on gear. And... all right, just some hollows this time. Mr. Caleb. Appreciate it, man. I hate my supervisor. Way too expensive, says and I. There you go. Tell me about your supervisor. Why do you hate him, Mr. Branham? What did he do? All right, that's for Mr. Caleb. Let's go get him that refund. So, $100 minus 15 is 85. I finished Netflix. The only thing I got was a wellness check. A what? His supervisor wanted Camilla to win. Camilla. Did he? My boss micromanages and hasn't a clue what he's doing. Ah, that sucks, man. That sucks. I hate that too. Can we get his email? Let's get this email. All right, I got your email, Mr. Caleb. And now we're going to go to activity. Now we're going to go to home. Mistress, the OG Rip and Ship, where are you first to do this? On YouTube, yes. I was the first to do it on YouTube. We do an excessive amount of streaming. To this day, like we do 2 streams a day. It's a lot. 2 streams a day is a lot. So, you know, it's not one big stream that builds up a lot of viewers. We got two streams, one in the lunchtime, one in the nighttime. They're shorter streams. And I can tell you one thing that's true. We do not run out of orders. At least typically we don't. We have ran out of before, but we do quite well. You guys take very nice care of me. You guys are a wonderful audience. It is. And really, you put on a show. It's like a fireworks show. If you think about it, it's like a fireworks display. You ready? It's better than fireworks, because fireworks, they blow up and you get nothing. Pokemon cards, sometimes you pull like a $4,000 prismatic pack. So it's better than freaking fireworks, man. All right. We'll grab this. We've been doing this a long time. We got some people here that have stayed around for that whole time. We're about to hit 100,000. It's really nice. Okay, Mr. No, wait. It's not 80. It's 85, isn't it? Hold on. 85. I was distracted. I almost gave him the wrong amount. All right, so there we go. Mr. Caleb. Send. There it goes. I've been here since 2021. I thought I kind of recognized you, the and hi. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we're gonna hit that 100,000 subscriber count eventually. This last month has not been good for subscribers. It's been a slower month. But part of that is my fault too. I actually stopped uploading videos almost completely for like, I'm gonna say like 2 or 3 weeks. So only Mike's side has been posting, not me. And I feel like when that happens, subscribes do fall. So I have to post too. There it is. Sales have been pretty good. They've been pretty standard for a long time now. We have like a very reliable thing going. Okay, so Caleb is zeroed out. Here you go, Caleb. What do you think has been the most helpful viewer, mods aside? Oh, most helpful viewer? Gosh, I don't know. Depends on what you mean by helpful. We are. What do we do with this, Caleb? Let's see. Hey, you got a membership. That's cool, man. Yeah, you know, I always mention the memberships are only $2. It's not a ton of money, like $2 a month. And what it does is over a long period of time, everyone can see how long you hung out. So it's a nice thing. The thing is, sometimes you don't realize you like hanging out in a place. And so months go by and you go, oh my gosh, I should have just gotten that membership. Then people would know. I'm the smartest. I know everything. You're funny, man. Most helpful. Yeah, helpful is a tricky word. Here it is. All right. $2 is about 3 Chick-fil-A nuggets. Is it? I'll start Caleb a new bag. Thank you, Caleb. Yeah, I tried to send that money to you earlier today, and CASHAPP blocked it. So I figured it'd probably just wait a little time and then it'd work again, but apparently it's still not working. The stream, frankly, is very I can't even speak. Therapeutic. There we go. Huh. My brain wanted to say like therapeutic, and I was like, that's not right. Therapeutic. There's so many words in this. There's so many words in this world to memorize. All right. There we go. Very good. Tammy Lowe. Okay, another one, but no more. Too Brave, one Symphony. I got a symphony right here for you, Miss Tammy. Tammy, you've got to pull an SAR. You've got to. You've just got to. Tammy's going extremely deep. This stream brought to you by Tammy Lowe. All right, let's see. I just mean in general, who you've seen the most gain from personally, not the monetary. Gain from personally. See, that's really hard. I don't really know how to answer a question like that. Like, I can talk about who's the most fun. I would say, I mean, if you want to talk about who's the most fun, I like that Joey Albrecht jokes a lot. He tends to tell good jokes. I like that Alex but see, Alex PSX, he's a mod. Alex PSX and Hathim are pretty funny sometimes. Good at jokes. Joking is always nice. Tossing that over there. Some people are very cheerful. I like that. People with generally a positive attitude all the time. So that's a nice thing. Just because, you know, you could come in here and be very negative and very sassy if you wanted to. But I think when I was younger, I thought that was cool and edgy. Now that I'm like older, it's just like, can we just be normal? Can things just be nice? You know, I've had enough years of anxiety and depression when I was younger. Why don't we just have things be nice now? I'm at that point in life, you know. I think when I was younger, I was edgier, and I was like, oh, we're going to allow all perspectives, all feelings. We're going to challenge. We're going to dare to express, you know, those kind of feelings, openness, right? I'm older now, and I'm like, you don't need all that crap. Just come in, have a fun time, bada bing, bada boom. That's it. Right? Like, if you're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese or Dave & Buster's, don't go be like sour grapes in Dave & Buster's or in Chuck E. Cheese. There's no point. Like, you're not proving anything to anyone. You're not changing anyone's mind. You're not influencing me. You're not influencing the audience. Why be sour grapes? Just come in here, have a good time. So when people come in here and they're extra positive people, I do like that. It's just more enjoyable. It is. It's just more enjoyable. And you're welcome to be however you need to be. You can be however you need to be. I also like it when people come in here and they talk about their troubles, and we can, like, you know, converse about that, talk about how can we do better, you know, what are the tricks, how do you grapple, how do you cope, what's the smartest thing you can do. So I like all that. So, but in general, people who have nice conversations, people who have a positivity to them, that's all good stuff, you know. Here we are. I actually value that. I didn't value that in the past. I valued competition, people who came in and wanted to argue. I valued that a lot. Back then, I valued argument and competition and maybe like stress almost. Like, I lived in the stress. I liked the stress. It was familiar, like my childhood. I'm older now. I don't love it. I don't love it. I view it as a problem. Now it's like, how do I get in here and just relax? So that's how I view life now. All right, Tammy. So one box of Symphonia, the one with the alt-arts in it, obviously. Okay. All right, very nice. But the audience, sometimes the audience is helpful. Let me give some examples. Sometimes the audience informs me of things that I didn't notice. So if you have some kind of knowledge about Pokemon cards or the market, maybe something some other YouTuber said that I didn't keep track of because I don't watch them all, like Alpha Investment said this, blah, 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 like the news. Love the news. So Alex will sometimes come in here and mention something about the news. I think he's a fellow news enjoyer. So, you know, if you come in here and you like talking about the news, that's great. I like that kind of stuff. Joking's always a bit of fun. Keeps things light. And again, just people who generally are here to sort of feel like they're buzzed, just kind of having a good time, not really worrying about anything. We are. All right. I used to care more about the politics, too. I'm kind of over that a little bit. I think I mentioned that a couple months ago, the whole, like, you know, having to deliberate every political idea, analyze it, and argue it out. I'm done with that. I just want to collect Pokemon cards and have a lot of Pokemon cards. That's my sole effort. That's my only effort. But we'll still dabble in things like finances. We'll dabble in the news any day. Maybe it's better to who is the viewer you learn the most from? Oh, learned the most from. Like educated? Well, a couple people have talked to me about what it's like to go through divorce. So they're pretty educational. I don't learn much about Pokemon cards from the audience. They almost never know more than me. Occasionally, I might learn like a trick or two, like a card set that I didn't know existed. That is not common. That is not common. That's quite rare. Like, Roger Gray, you'll notice he became a moderator. Oh, Miss Tammy. Woo! All right. Now we're having a good night. Look at that. Tammy, you almost gave up. Tammy almost gave up. She said, one more box of Symphonia. Wow. So cool. Tammy says, third one of that one, too. Look at that. This is not your third one of these, though. All right. You got the golden card. I've got a golden ticket. Da, 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 da. I've got a golden twinkle in my eye. Yay, says Himmy. All right, golden gardevoir. That's the chase card in the set by a lot, everybody. That card goes for like, what's that going for? Like $450 or something. It's like $450. I swear to God it was. But it might have changed by now. I saw it on Instagram going for $450. Here it is. Wow, golden gardevoir. I'm surprised that Pokemon is able to sort of bring back the golden cards and people somehow like it. Because I feel like they keep trying to do golden cards and they don't work. But they've changed their strategy. Now they've added some sort of circle to the card and people are like, that's awesome, I want it. So maybe there's still a chance for golden cards to do well. We are. It's funny because it's supposed to represent gold, I suppose, right? Like gold is actually this really fantastic, valuable thing in real life. This is really just paint, though, isn't it? Isn't that fascinating the way that works? It has a rainbow tint to it, doesn't it? Look at that. Rainbow tint flashes through. The design, of course, is reminding me of some style that One Piece has been using. So it's fascinating that they would do that. It's so pretty. Well, Tammy, you are going to have to get a... You're going to have to get a clip for sure, man. And I tell you what, if you pull the golden Lucario, no, we'll reserve that for English. I think that the challenge rolls in our Discord server will not be, well, I don't know. I can't decide how to do the challenge rolls. You know, maybe it should count for Japanese and Korean as well. Do you guys think it should count for Japanese and Korean? You know, we sell all three of them. I wouldn't want to punish people for opening up the Japanese and the Korean packs. Yeah, you know what? It should count for all three of them. So from now on with the challenge rolls, it doesn't matter what language you pull it in. If you pulled the ultimate chase card out of the set, we'll give you the challenge roll for that. And we got to come up with some standardized way of talking about it. Maybe like... Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia roll? I don't know. But so you need the Lucario to finish, okay? Now let's write Tammy Lowe up here. Tammy Lowe. I suppose you probably want to send it off to PSA, I bet. Let's take a quick look at it. Okay, Tammy, I'm looking at the bottom of the card. I'm seeing off centering left to right. Could be within the margin of a 10. But it looks like it's going to be pretty borderline. Nothing else seems to be like a major issue with the card. Let's look at that carefully. Yeah, it's pretty close to 9, I'd say. You could alternatively send this to Tag and hope that Tag doesn't care as much about the centering, but they seem to do the exact same measurements for their centering, 45, 55. So actually, I have a measuring device myself I could use and just see it right now. I like it better when the card's grade 10, don't you? Let's see. All right, Tammy, it is my professional opinion that this card will definitely receive a 9. 2 off center. All right. that might affect your decision to grade it or not. It is. You know what, Tammy, you did such a big order tonight. You want me to just send it off for free? Where would you like me to send it off for free? Let's see. We'll put the rest of this into your bag. The right is thicker than the left. Yeah, so it's my opinion that one will get a 9. I used to measure the cards all the time for the Cardconomist grading. Dang it, Pokemon. A server can never have too many rolls. True. Is it worth more raw? Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know that. Tag, please. All right, we'll try tag. Tag. T for Tammy, T for tag. Okay. Great slabs here. Look at this scissor. I've sold so many of these. I've sold like 5 of them, I swear. Always sells. He's a great poker card. Just looks really nice and clean. Very attractive. Here is a Zapdos. Has not sold. Karuta Zapdos. Here is the Get Pokemon Old Maid. That's Quip's drawing of Lucario. Good time to get into some Lucario cards, huh? And there is Beedrill from Carddass. So let's do a little special price on this card. It's going to go down to $40 now. So that shall be $40. This appears to be mine as well. This shall be $10. We're just giving these away. Time to clear the box of slabs that have trouble selling, basically. And hopefully we get some new slabs in soon. I think my next returning slabs will be tag grading. Is almost done with the round of slabs for me. And after that, it's going to be PSA probably. By the way, I was looking at the PSA grades, or submissions, I should say submissions. Here we are. So this is already as cheap as it can go. That one's going to remain the same price. He's actually a rare desirable card. It looks like we're going to get the June cards before the May cards back. Isn't that weird? I don't know why they do it that way. So they're doing them out of order. So we're not done with you, Miss Tammy. We need 2 of the Mega Braves now. Let's go get some Mega Braves. Tammy has 2 more boxes. Oh, we're not done. Don't worry. I didn't miss that. Don't worry. All right. Here we are. Have no fear. I did not forget that. Ta-da! So, we just... Oh, and we better alert Mike's side to that clip. Jump over here. Biden for 2028. You wanted to bring him back? That would be really crazy, dude. All right, so this is going to go under stream clips. Tammy pulls Golden Gardevoir at 63 minutes in, which is, I don't know. YouTube does the clips differently. He could beat Trump again. I just know it. Mr. Blue Ball and me. WTF. You ready? You don't got balls, Tammy. You are? All right. You got balls, but they're on the inside. Ready? He can beat Trump again. I just know it. Wonder how Biden's doing. Didn't he announce he had like a later stage cancer? Oof. All right. Prostate cancer or something, right? Guys get prostate cancer. That's our deadliest cancer. Not deadliest, most common cancer. Women get breast cancer, guys get prostate cancer. That's how it works. Okay, let's get it. So today, I didn't get a lot of Pokemon work done. I was busy cleaning my bathroom and the pathway to the bathroom, which is horrendously filled with cards, because I'm getting a brand new toilet. How nice is that? We are going to be remodeling our bathrooms bit by bit. So that is what's going on with us. We are. Will you try to cross your CGC 10 Torchic with that $120,000 sale? I heard about that. What do you think the value of my CGC 10 Torchic will be? I mean, I think you'll have a value higher than the PSA 9 Torchic. but I don't really know what it should be. Oh, did anyone see the video of the guy that used scissors on that Victini card? It hurt my soul. That's a rattle video. I saw that, but I didn't click on it. Something like he was mad because it didn't sell for what he wanted. Here it is. Here's... Oh, that's... no, that's a double R. You almost can't tell these days. So you clean the carpet. No, I was just cleaning all my crap. I don't own like a dresser or anything, so I got like clothing all over the place. But also I had to clean a lot of Pokemon cards up. They're all over the place. Tons of... Oh, why did I sleeve that one but not this one? I had to clean up tons of Pokemon cards. There are. Had to move some shelves because they have to be able to pick up the toilet and carry it out of the room, and those aren't easy or fun to move. I know because in my family, we did that kind of stuff ourselves. We replaced our own toilets. I replaced a toilet when I was a teenager. I know how it works, sort of. It's not actually too complicated. There's a rubber ring. There's some screws and a little bit of grease. It's a type of sealant. It is. Because you don't want that gold tinge. It's really nice in the cards. Yeah, it makes the card feel like it's actually some sort of major hit. It's weird. Makuhita? He's got a cool name, Makuhita. Too bad he looks like he's got mascot hands or something. Spiritomb. I never liked Spiritomb. He seemed kind of like a low-effort Pokemon, didn't he? Look at him. I don't know. Okay. Ho-ho! Lieutenant Surge! Blue Wings. It was real, and he confirmed it on his Instagram. Cool. You're talking about the sale of the Torchic, right? Kind of makes me wish I had bought one, like a PSA 10 for like whatever, 40,000, because apparently today it would be worth triple that. But I'm all right. It doesn't really matter. I spent the same money. Ooh, look at that. I spent that same money on other product that did the same thing and was less of a gamble anyways. So my other products have gone up too. It doesn't really matter. Here we are. All right. Okay. Here's Camerupt. Ooh, Camerupt. So you're going to pull us a golden Lucario? You got to pull us a golden Lucario, Tammy. Here's Gumshoes. They could have done so much with the Gumshoes card, man. They should have put him behind a desk with the little red telephone. That'd have been freaking hilarious, man. Okay. Here's Dialga. I'm way too engaged to be almost 60, but when you're retired, I guess. Here's Powerade. Oh, I'm getting thirsty just looking at that. I'm thirsty, man. I'm going to go drink some water. Cold. And cold. Okay. Ow. Oh, that hurt so bad. All right. Rare. Whoa, camera up. Calm down, bro. It's all yours. Gumshoes, Executor, Lieutenant Land, Spiritomb. Pretty crappy box. But that's okay because you pulled the golden Gardevoir. And you're going to have the clip of the golden Gardevoir. It's going to be you, Tammy. How cool is that? If you could just pull golden Lucario here, we'll hand out that roll to you, man. Okay. All right. Ooh, look at all those booster packs, guys. All right. You guys sending in some orders? We have a new booster pack split. It's the Team Rocket booster pack split. Did you guys see that already? There it is. That was the thumbnail. We also have fresh Opus 1 Final Fantasy. That just arrived today. We sold out of that. That's why I had to buy more of it. It's pretty amazing that we sold out of it because I used to have like 8 booster boxes of it from my guy. I bought them all from a guy. He was in like Europe. I think he was Netherlands. And he and I argued prices for a long time. And then like a year after arguing prices, he finally sold it at the price I wanted. We argued price for so long. He finally sold it at the price I wanted. And now it's all sold out, and I had to buy a fresh box off the market. There we go. What happened with Jim 2, if you don't mind me asking? Were you in there, Ryan? I think you were in there, weren't you? Ryan Shapiro. Here it is. Check that out. You got Charmander and Charmeleon. That's really good. Now look at that Charmeleon. He might grade 10, man. So you did very good on those. It looked for a second like there would be a Charizard in the box. I happened to see a tinge of red on the reflection of the foil. And I said, oh my gosh, it could be Charizard. But it was actually Arcanine. Maybe I should mention that to, let's see. All right, there you go. So, let's see. Ho, 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 ho. Wow, they're really going all out on these card designs. Pokemon's got it at a whole nother level, man. You can't compete with them. Okay. Cold. The moon. You got the moon. He's a psychic type. Hold. Come on, Tammy. One more hit. We're just asking for one more. Come on, Pokey Jesus. Please. One more hit. One more SAR. Spiritomb. By the way, you know what? While we're going through this, Tammy, we got to put that golden card back up here. Make you feel good. That's called an MUR. A MUR. MUR. Look at that. I don't remember that Pokemon's name at all. Mawile. See ya in a while, Mawile. Ding, 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 ding. That's the bell. Here's Executor. Appreciate you showing me. No problem. It's Shroodle. You got it on the head. Shroodle. Here's a Venusaur, sometimes known as Weeniesaur. Oh, Lily. Okay, so you pulled Acerola and Lily, but not the SAR versions. Yeah, so Lily is actually in this set. There's some good pulls in these boxes, I feel. It's funny, we just had a Lily set. The Journey Together. That's a Lily set. Okay, you ready? Okay, here's this guy. This guy. Good guy, good guy. Wink, wink. Here's Yveltal. I want to show you guys that clip. It's a funny joke. Cinderace. Mega Ultra Rare. Not the Mega Ultra Rare. That's too rare. Mega Super Ultra Jumbo Rare. Last pack. Come on! Ah, cold. Okay. So, looks like you're picking up Lily on your next box. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Lily's decent. Lily set, but no Lily trainer card in Journey. True, you got to pull like Lily's Clefairy. We are. Or Lily's Rabambi. There you go. Ow. I liked Journey Together. I thought that was a decent set. So when I saw that it was pretty cheap, I bought a little extra of it. All right, so you got some of these. You got Lily. Good. All that's for you, Tammy. It was all for you. Do you like scary movies, Tammy? That's a scary movie reference, if you didn't know that. It was all for you. There you go. Classic scary movie. I gotta get a drink, dude. I'm dying of thirst. All right. Are there any good scary movies out that I haven't watched recently? I never get to watch scary movies because Karis doesn't like them. Jose Arredondo, TCC Shuffle. So I'm going to get that. But first I'm going to get a drink. Don't go anywhere because we're going to hand out that Pikachu, okay? I might as well get some more boxes, too. here it is. I brought in more Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia. Whew. How y'all doing tonight? Okay. Very good. All right. I'm excited for the 13 Ghost series coming out. Each ghost will have a whole episode dedicated to it. I've never heard that one. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Oh, Trafalgar Lawbreak. Very nice. Sprigatito. Is it really worth 60? I'll do 50 on this. All right. Good. Deoxys for Mr. Adam. Quip's drawing of Blaziken. Gliscor. Oh, he's pop 1, I see. He's cool. Platinum Rising Rivals. And La Flame's Palkia. Nice. Okay. You never seen the movie? Maybe. Is that an old like Tim Burton style movie? Now I'm not sure. I don't know. So Jose Arredondo, 1 TCC Shuffle. I think you mean Raw Shuffle, right? It's called the Raw Shuffle. I think he means that. Okay. 3, 1. Oh, Krogunk and Joker. Whew, tough round there. You should watch The Descent. It's a very good horror. That's an older one, isn't it? Where they go down into like a cave or something and there's like gremlins down there. I think I did see pieces of that. And I was like, that's okay. Baby, I like it raw. Those are the Raw Shuffles, and they have picked up some popularity recently. Sarah Doozaberry, 1 box of PRB2. Okay. Whew. And then she won 6 Pokey Shuffles and 2 Raw Shuffles. Let's start there. Whoa, the Pokey Shuffles are looking kind of low, man. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's a cold round. I'm so sorry. The Pokey Shuffle's cold round. The Raw Shuffle. It's fucking raw. Lego Batman movie was scary. No, not Lego Batman. I get the creeps just thinking about it. Okay, you ready? What do we have here? You ready? Why did I put these annoying Disney poker cards in every pack? So you got an Airy, Glaceon, and Prime Catcher. And, oh, kind of a cold pack there. Okay. Kind of a cold pack. Some of these packs are just full of crap that I'm just getting rid of. Those are filler packs. And then there's hit packs. Hit packs have a calculated value. So it works exactly like the Pokey Shuffle. Imagine this. I put together a group of cards and I deemed them worth $40 to $80. Let's say it's $80. So if these are $10 each, then there's 1 hit pack and 7 cold ones with just junk in them. So I stuffed the junk ones with junk, and then the hit pack has hits in it. So it's working exactly in the same manner as the Pokey Shuffle, but with ungraded cards. Miss Seva. It is. It costs more than the Pokey Shuffle. I don't know how to feel about that. I think it has to cost more, because if it didn't cost more, it would take forever to assemble those. I would have to assemble a bazillion of them. I like the Saw movies up until the later ones, though. They weren't so good. Okay. Excuse me. So now your box of PRB to for Miss Seva. Sleep with that. Okay. We have a gym break, by the way, for people who enjoy the gym breaks. That Tyranitar is still available. Hey, why don't we make this kitty one of them? This kitty is pretty cute. That's a Master Ball Sprigatito. Graded 10. There it is. We only have one gym break, so, you know, I kind of got to look around for others. There it is. Okay, let's get these snipped. I like the Saw movies. The very first Saw movie was incredibly good. They introduced a really clever soundtrack. They had the actor from The Princess Bride. That was fun. Who else was in that movie that was interesting? I can't remember. They introduced kind of an interesting, like, a character who's got the cancer, and he's like, all right, so now I'm going to teach people a moral lesson, and I don't care what the risks are. And, you know, he's like a serial murderer, and you're like, ooh, creepy. But he doesn't just murder his victims. He forces them to face their sort of weaknesses in life or their shortcomings in life. So, you know, sort of like the premise is very fun. But then you get to the actual Saw games, and they're like super, super terrible. They're like, oh, God, dude, crawl on glass. Here it is. Jesus. You know, it's like torture. Definitely it's gore porn, you know what I mean? But with the twist, with the story. I like The Bride of Chucky, but not any other Chucky movie. I always thought Chucky movies were going to be like scary, but I never got to see them. But then I finally watched one of them when we were on vacation at like a hotel. It was playing on the television. So I finally got to watch it, and I was like, this is so not scary. It was like so lame, dude. All right. Barbarian was all right. It did not feel scary. Scariest movies. What movie scared you the most? I want to hear your guys' most memorable, scariest movie. What movie scared the pants off of you? We are. I think we've talked about this before. Here we are. Gentilly is a MILF. The Grudge scared me as a kid. Yeah, I actually watched The Grudge 2 as a kid. I'd have been a younger teenager. When did The Grudge come out? I'd have been a teenager, and I watched it, and I really enjoyed it, like a good roller coaster ride. I was like, oh, that's good, man. I feel freaked out. Hostel 1 and 2. Hostel is really memorable. I don't think I watched all of Hostel 2, though. I think I watched a piece or two of it. But Hostel 1, I did watch it. For those of you who did not watch Hostel, the concept is that kids who are on vacation in Europe, teenagers, you know, having a good time, sexy, hot, they're hanging out with boyfriends and girlfriends, college students, essentially. They get caught by thieves who then hand over their victims over to people who like to do torture, I guess, for fun. So it'd be like some rich guy paid to get to torture a kid. And so you become a victim of this kidnapping, and then you get tortured. And it's like really, the show starts off, it's got the typical, you know, projection of a scary movie. It's, you know, these thoughtless, sort of like bratty, devil-may-care college teenagers having sex, and you get to see boobs or at some point, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure there's a nude scene. And this is very typical of like the horror movie genre. You'll have like this, you know, sort of like sexy, perverted moment. And I feel like those fit so well into scary movies because it's like, just you wait, you're going to get in trouble. You know, and maybe there's some sort of psychology to that, you know, like sexuality makes us feel like we're going to get in trouble. So, you know, they're out being salacious and decadent. And but they get captured, and then they're in the meat grinder, you know, getting chopped up. And it's really graphic. That's what's so bad about it. It gets really graphic. And you're like, holy Jesus, dude. All right, Chucky was a menace in my dreams. Shaking my head. F that doll. Was he? You dreamed about Chucky? Heritage. Do you mean hereditary? Gluten Tag. We are. All right, that's one whole box for Miss Sarah. Sarah, still no manga coming out of these PRB2s. I would badly like to see a manga pull. Hereditary. That one's pretty good. It steals a lot of concepts from several movies, but it really kind of stands on its own in the creepy portrayal of the grandmother, like the creepy dead bodies, the ghosts. I mean, it had so many subtle moments in it that were shocking and just like evil. And then it all comes to a peak with the mom sawing her own head off. That was maybe the worst, because you see the mom and you know she's not in on all the demonic crap. And so for her to behave that way, you know, like some sort of possessed demon, you're like, whoa, she's like a victim, but she doesn't look like a victim. She looks like a monster. So that movie was pretty creepy. But they really steal a lot of concepts from other scary movies, you know. a whole bunch of them. I would have to rewatch it to think it all through, but they steal from a bunch of other movies. But it's still good. It's like a hodgepodge of some of the scariest moments from other movies all kind of clamped together into one more modern one. TCC is the Candace Owens of Pokemon. Is that a compliment or is that an insult? It is. I don't know much about what Candace Owens stands for or how she behaves, so I don't know if that's a compliment. Here we are. All right, VHS. Oh, I watched those too. Those were fun. The VHS ones. I watched that one a long time ago with different girlfriend. Here. All right. Ooh. Isn't that funny? You remember which girlfriend you had when you were watching a scary movie. Let's see. Pokeball. Scary movies are great. Scary movies are almost meant to be seen with like a girlfriend who's going to cry because it's too scary. There it is. But also I think it's kind of fun if the girlfriend likes scary movies too. So either way. Mister, you a pump. Is that like a chump and a pimp? Here's a them. 2 more NBAs. All right, here goes. So this time we're looking for the open box. Here it is. Okay. Being scared is actually associated with sexual arousal. Okay, sure. Sure, that and maybe like aggression. I heard that aggression, so like violence, can be associated with sexuality too. It's all regulated by like the amygdala or some crap like that. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? The brain's a machine. You know, it's a biological machine. It's a really complicated thing. Excuse me. The girl coming out of the TV was fun. You know what's interesting? I never watched that one. I never watched The Ring. I watched The Grudge, but not The Ring. Then you hook up with your girl during the scary movie. Maybe not during. There it is. All right. The Nun, Sinister, The Haunting of Hill House would be a good watch. I did watch The Nun. It was okay. It's like you knew right away the whole point of The Nun is that the nun looks really scary. Woo! No! Not me, not my face! All right, what we got? Anything for you with them? Let's see. We've got Nicholas, Steph Curry. Okay. Watch The Ring. Watch the stanky manky ring. Here we are. Woo! Jalen. How about Rosemary's Baby? Nobody mentioned Rosemary's Baby. That's a top 10 scary movie for me. Rosemary's Baby. Who's watched that one? Has anyone here watched that one? I loved it. What a masterpiece. There we are. There we go. All right. I'm getting ready to buy a slab soonish. Oh, really? I would love that. What do we have here? Victor Wembanyama. It's Wembanyama. Hey, it's a rookie card, actually. That's nice. Hell House is good. Fall Off the House of Usher is better. Any movie show by Mike Flanagan is awesome. There is a scary movie I really enjoyed that I watched with a different girlfriend. And it was a movie where they were trapped inside of like a hospital or like a insane asylum, and they were ghost hunters. And they were there to like make ghost hunting content, but it turned out the place really was haunted. And they were like trapped inside of it, and time stood still and all this crap. I liked that one. That one was good. It didn't like ever truly like scare you, but it just sort of left you feeling really sort of like drawn out. You know what I mean? Like you're in it. You're in the thick of it for so long. Mister, that's an ooh moment. Leprechaun in the Hood classic. Wemby Rookie, nice. Maybe one of you guys recognizes the name of that. I bet if I just talked it into AI, it would just figure out what it is. Mr. Hathim. I'm going to be a mouth-breathing AI user. Everything that I try to think about is just going to be filtered through the AI. We are. Uh-oh. There goes. Cabin Fever was an unknown classic. That was a good one. Was it The Asylum? Well, it's not a super old movie, but it probably released around 2010-ish. 2010. Let me look it up. ChatGPT, what's for breakfast? ChatGPT, how should I feel about this? I'm trying to remember the name of a scary movie. The movie takes place inside of an abandoned hospital. Maybe it was an abandoned asylum, insane asylum. And the main characters were like ghost hunters. But, you know, they didn't really believe in what they were doing. They just make content where people are supposed to believe they're ghost hunters. But the people in the asylum are surprised to find out that the asylum really is haunted. And then it gets really creepy, and it's a really long, drawn-out movie. What is the name of this movie? All right. Let's see. Grave Encounters? Could be Grave Encounters. Grave Encounters, 2011. Group of reality TV ghost hunters film an episode inside an abandoned insane asylum. They don't really believe in the paranormal. They're faking most of it for the show. During filming, real supernatural events start to happen. The asylum becomes impossible to escape. Time and space start warping, and things get increasingly disturbing. The horror is slow building and claustrophobic, with the long, drawn-out descent into madness. Yep, that was a good one. Yeah, so it's this one, Grave Encounters, 2011. I like that one. That was a good scary movie. It wasn't like insanely scary, but it's like it left you with like, you know, like you were tired or something by the end of it. Like you're like, oh man, no more. No more scary movies for a little while. That one lasted. But, you know, the fact that I remember that one is a sign that it must have been somewhat decent, you know. I can't remember all the details of it, though. Grave Encounters. Where the hell is time going? Damn, 2011. I know, that was like a century ago. All right, so next up, we've got an order from Mark. He says, may I get 6 packs of Pokemon Japanese Electric Breaker? Okay, Electric Breaker in the Electric City. So that's the Pikachu set. Here it is. What about Jeeper Creeper? That's a scary movie. There's probably loads of scary movies that I never watched. The scary movie genre is always so, like, shaky, you know? Like, it's only ever so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you guys think was the best zombie movie of all time? I watched the original Night of the Living Dead. It was like filmed in black and white. I think the protagonist was a black guy, which back then was like kind of, you know, socially cutting edge, right? It is. Which horror movies got away with that because they weren't really meant for everyone to watch. They were for like, for people who really liked film. But there was no such thing as a zombie yet. It was George Romero, right? He invented the idea of the zombie. And so I don't think they were called zombies, but the idea was that something like hell filled up. There were too many people in hell, and so they were returning back to the earth. Ooh. Scary movies suck. What? What are you talking about, Izzy? I just watched that as a kid. Oh, I watched that as a kid. Dawn of the Dead in the mall. Yeah, so that was one of George Romero's later movies, and it might have been his best. Because Night of the Living Dead was really slow-paced. It was really weird, but it had the classical ideas of a zombie movie. You had like these dead humans coming toward you, and you're trapped in the home, and they're trying to break through the boards. It's super cool. If you're a fan of zombie movies like Walking Dead and all that, you need to go watch all of the original zombie movies to see where the ideas came from. What was the one? Where's the one? There was a zombie movie that has like this sexual scene where the girl like strips down naked and she like dances naked on top of a grave. It felt very like 80s or something. What was the name of that one? And that one was a weird one because the zombies, I think they were fast, weren't they? The zombies were fast and strong. So I think that was one of the first times they introduced the idea of the strong, fast zombies. And then also they captured a zombie and it talked. So it was like a little skeleton lady talking about wanting to eat brains. Train to Busan is great. Taco P Original Sin, vampire movie, Lost Boys. Nah, Lost Boys was not good. What are you talking about? Mr. Mark, I watched Lost Boys as a kid. I thought it was very silly. Here, let's grab this. Whew. Speaking of scary movies, did the 28 Years Later come out already? I didn't watch that. That's a new one. Maybe I'll watch that one with Karis, 28 Days Later. I feel like I'm not prepared for it. because I feel like when I watch a scary movie with Karis, she always feels really bad afterwards. She's not in a good mood. She don't want to, you know, she's not playful. It like turns her off basically. Puts her into fight or flight mode or something. Ryan Shapiro, Rocket Spot. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get a Rocket Spot going. All right, you're the first one in. That's the new pack break. Ryan Shapiro. Castlevania. I have a mini DVD of the first 6 minutes of Dawn of the Dead, and it's so nuts when it first came out. Oh, yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, that was, so Dawn of the Dead introduced the zombies that would run at top speed. And it was a really novel idea. It's a film made in the UK, right? And so it has just this really nice feeling all around to it, like this very, there's just a lot going on for it that just makes it a fun watch. But they introduced the idea not of, you know, mystical zombies that rise out of a grave. 28 Days Later introduces the idea of maybe like a virus that turns you into an absolutely crazy, angry, you know, almost like rabies, right? You want to chase everyone down and bite them because you're so crazy now. So it's like mega rabies. Morgan John, what's up, Morgan John? Mr. Morgan John is next. We're opening some Poke Shuffles for him. How's the Gundam set? The Gundam set has sold decently well. We have not pulled the main chase card yet. I think we're mostly through 1 of 4 cases, but there's still some boxes left in that case. And what you're looking to pull is an LR++. That's what we're looking to pull. Nobody has pulled that yet. So I'd really like it if someone did so we could record it and get a clip of it. The Gundam cards are $4 per booster pack, and there's 24 packs in a box. 98 subs. We're almost there. The Hills Have Eyes. I don't think I saw The Hills Have Eyes. 1, 2, 3. I think I get the gist of it, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't it like a cannibal movie? Like a family of cannibals? I don't remember. We are... Oh, 3. Shouldn't... Geo... ... You got a Geo 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that is a cold. We're going to be giving away a case of Prismatic. Are we? All right, here's Geo. I do plan on giving away $5,000 of stuff. Haha. Very nice. Okay. Last House on the Left remake was good too. Isn't that the one where the girl gets caught and like R-worded and it's like really horrible? I think I actually watched that one. Mr. Morgan. I watched a really disturbing one where this pretty girl, you know, she's young and youthful and she's got cool friends and all that. She gets captured by some gross guy and he R-words her, and they show quite a bit of it in graphic detail. And it just twists your stomach when you watch the movie. You're like, oh, because I wasn't ready. I didn't know that's what the movie was about. I just plugged it in. I knew it was a scary movie. And the movie ends perhaps on a nice note. The dad catches the guy and tortures him. And that's the ending of the movie. And that was the whole movie. And so it was like something that could really happen in real life. And it was just sort of like, maybe that's what makes it so scary is having to witness a recreation of a real thing that's really terrible. And then also the gruesome ending. It is. That's effed up. Last House on the Left is so disturbing. I Spit on Your Grave original. Remake is good. Yeah, Last House on the Left remake. Okay, so let's toss this away. Yeah, I did not know that's what that movie was about when I watched it. And so when I watched it, I was really disturbed by it. It really, really was a messed up thing. There we go. Okay. It's really impressive because there's no mystical monster, there's no magic, there's no demon or ghoul. It's just a thing that could really happen. You're like, it's like watching a bad car crash or something, you know, and there's brains everywhere or something. You're like, oh, car crashes are pretty horrific. So it's this thing that you realize occurs in real life. Ivan Rodriguez. Gyarados. Oh, he's here for the Gyarados. Gyat! All right, he's all yours. Ivan Rodriguez. There it is. Any Rob Zombie movie is a great scary movie. Very morbid. That's a Rob Zombie movie. Saying my roommate didn't inform me, just said, let's watch this. You like horror. Okay. Here's Mark J. Valerian. May I get 5 more packs of Electric Breaker? I suppose you could. So that'll be the end of this box. We're going to go get a fresh box. I love the cover of Spit Remake. The Thing by John Carpenter. That is a top 10 for me. The Thing is one of the best movies ever made. That'd probably go on a top 10 movie list for me. I love that movie. The music, amazing. One time I actually used the music from The Thing in some of my GameConomist videos, and it was so super cool. But I don't think it ever got demonetized either. The trick is to use like just a certain portion of it and then to either slow down the notes or to speed them up. And then I guess the algorithm doesn't really catch it and you know, punish you for it. But yeah, I used that in a video or two, and it's just a really cool sounding soundtrack. But the movie itself is very good. Let me go get that Electric Breaker. All right, here we are. Whew. Teletubbies are scary too. I want to watch these movies this weekend. The Fly. Yeah, The Fly was cool. The Fly was more sci-fi though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was creepy though. Actually, I was going to say The Thing. The Thing is definitely a scary movie. Nah, it's a straight up scary movie. I was going to say it almost plays like an action-adventure one too, to a certain degree. It doesn't have like a demonic sense to it. But no, it's creepy as hell, dude. The Thing. Woo! There we are. I think they were stealing some of the feeling from that movie, The Thing, and putting it in Stranger Things. What do you guys think? They even, in season 1, in the basement where the boys are playing Dragons and Dungeon, they have a big poster up of that movie in the background. Here it is. Scientific horror, The Thing. Can't top the original Exorcist. You know, the first time I watched The Exorcist, I thought it was really good. I was like, dang, dude, that was creepy and twisted and wild. And the girl I watched it with, she was crying by the end of it. She was crying. She was so disturbed. And then I watched it again with Karis later, and I was like, this isn't even slightly scary. It was like, I don't know. All I saw was a girl in a makeup outfit. It just didn't work anymore. So it's really a kind of movie you can only watch one time. It only scares you one time. It is. Ooh, Slackoth. Very nice. And then after it, you're like, what? Nah. But apparently, you know, they went all out in the filming of The Exorcist. Apparently, they used a lot of tricks, and they worked very hard on it for a long time. The spider walk, that's the Exorcist. Really clever. All right. Mr. Mark. People ran out of this theater when it came out. Did they really? Wait. Give me 10 interesting facts about The Exorcist. Let's see. 10 eerie facts. Released in 1973. So really it was our grandparents and our parents' movie. The movie is based on a 1949 real-life exorcism of a boy referred to as Roland Doe. The author of the novel and screenwriter for the film adapted that story but changed the possessed child to a girl. The set was believed to be cursed. The production was plagued by strange incidents. A fire destroyed the entire set except for Reagan's bedroom. Several cast and crew members died during the filming, including Jack McGoran, Burke Dennings, shortly after the film wrapped. Linda Blair suffered injuries. Linda Blair fractured her spine during a scene where she's thrown around in the bed. The injury caused her long-term back problems. Oh, that's sad. Is that the girl, though? Ellen Burstyn was also injured. During the scene where Reagan throws her mother across the room, okay, so the girl and her mother, the characters were injured. Burstyn hit the floor hard, causing also a spinal injury. Her scream of pain in that shot is real. The demon's voice came from a chain-smoking actress. That's funny as hell, dude. Mercedes McCambridge, who voiced the demon, swallowed raw eggs, smoked heavily, and even drank whiskey to roughen up her voice. She demanded to be tied to a chair during recordings to sound more possessed. Wow. Nominated for 10 Oscars, it was the first horror film to be nominated for Best Picture, and it won. It won Best Screenplay and Best Sound. People reported fainting and vomiting in the theaters. Audience were so disturbed that they fainted, vomited, or walked out. Some theaters provided barf bags. The use of subliminal imagery. The film includes flashes of the demon's face and eerie sounds embedded throughout the film to disturb the viewers. The iconic spider walk scene was initially cut. The terrifying spider walk down the stairs wasn't in the original theatrical release. It was later added back in the version you've never seen in 2000. It was deemed too disturbing at the time. Wow. And priests were called to bless the theaters. Due to the fear of that the movie generated, Catholic priests were asked to bless movie theaters before screenings. Others warned that merely watching the film could invite demonic influence. What? Okay, there you go. There's your 10 facts of the day, guys. So here, this is for you, Mr. Mark. You pulled your slack off and you got 10 interesting facts about The Exorcist. Yeah, the first time I watched that movie, I thought it was really good. I thought it was a wild roller coaster ride of a scary movie. The second time, I was like, this isn't even slightly scary, bro. I thought it was like a joke almost. Do you still do slab-aways? It's been a while. What's up, Lewis? Yes, we do slab-aways. We have a lot of slab-aways. People are paying them down right now. There's a whole list in our Discord server. Tons of them. Hundreds of them. Nice to see you, Mr. Lewis. So, now we've got Jack Gray. One Upper Deck Halo. Ah, yes, the Upper Deck Halos. I restocked the Upper Deck Halos because they did so well for me. And they're so cool. They're just generally a neat thing. Okay, here we are. One Topps Chrome Star Wars. Ooh. We're getting the cool stuff out. Sounds like they were cats in the 70s. Oh, pussies. Is good. And one Gundam. All right, one Gundam. Reaching for it. That's cool, man. I mean, it released in 1973. I would have watched it around 2010. That's like what, like 40 years later, almost 50 years. Well, no, about 40 years. So I watched it like 40 years later. Dude, it must have freaking terrified people when it first came out. People must have been so scared witless when they watched it. It must have been so innovative for its time. That's cool, man, because I don't think you can do that with movies anymore. How do you like surprise audiences with a new style or a new idea anymore? You know, how do you do that? It's got to be nearly impossible. We've all seen everything. Everything's been seen. All right. I got to see the Discord. Shame about the seller Discord, but I understand. Oh, are you talking about Pokestan Marketplace? Yeah, Pokestan Marketplace. It really was not receiving a lot of customers. People weren't going there. So I said, all right, we'll just shut it down. Ooh, look at that. That is a cool looking guy. Very nice. Okay. You haven't seen Trump's undies. Yikes. Trump's undies. All right. I'm too scared now. I can't go to bed. I got to leave the lights on. Ooh, Master Chief. Oh, picking up a nice golden card plasma repeater. Nice, dude. All right. Just say based on a true story at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. I really liked 28 Days Later, felt very visceral and realistic. There were moments that the movie like really shined. And then there were moments that it felt kind of like it was dragging on and a bit slow actually too. So it had ups and downs to it. Here it is. But the premise that humans aren't zombies, but instead they've been infected with like super rabies and it's like this virus. That's a good premise because it almost feels like it could happen, you know? It's more believable than the traditional sense of zombies, where zombies are just sort of like, they're back from the dead. No, they've returned from hell. That's George, the original creator of zombies. That was his concept for zombies, that they were returning from hell. There it is. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, she's Ahsoka. I don't know, but I like this a lot. Oh, very nice. I saw the new one and it sucked. Oh, so you watched the 28 years later. Tell us why it sucked without doing spoilers. Give us the no spoilers review on what you didn't like about it. It is. I might watch it, so I don't want the spoilers. You don't want to spoil it for me. The Pokestand one, I tried to, but some of the vendors here and there weren't really responsive. Oh, I hear you. So random target, tangent, but I took a video of an albino squirrel. What? You just get to see squirrels in Washington, D.C.? You live in a way cooler place than me, Mr. Brandon. I live out in the middle of nowhere. I used to live in St. Louis City. Oh, by the way, you know that TikToker, Joshua Block? You know what I'm talking about? Put the fries in the bag, Joshua Block. I make $400,000 a year. That guy apparently is now a St. Louis resident. How crazy is that? I did not predict that. I noticed he was hanging around St. Louis a lot. I was like, why is this guy out here so much? It is, but he came down here to Lake of the Ozarks this year for Lake of the Ozarks summer for the 4th of July. Very nice place to be, by the way. This is when Lake of the Ozarks shines, is during the summertime. We are. The fall's not bad either, actually. We're about to enter the fall, and it gets really beautiful out here. We're in the Ozark Hills, and all the trees, there's tons of trees and big hills, right? So all the trees change colors, and it's just very beautiful to go out driving. Should have thrown a Pokeball at it. Random tangent. I didn't see it. I saw a review, so I know telling to nothing. Oh, you haven't seen it? There it is. Is it like woke or something? Because of woke? Why is it bad? Woke. Here's boop, 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 boop. Click. Nathan Gordon. 12 electric breakers for Nathan Gordon. You ready, Nathan? Oh, Nathan. I saw 28 years later. Now you aren't the only one with autism, mister. Joking, don't ban me. Mods! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 of these. 10, 11, 12. Nothing scarier than walking into your parents' bedroom and see your dad blanking your mom, the man you're supposed to be able to trust. South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're quoting the game. Hello, seems we gotta kick the teach break. What? The teach break. Oh, this one. He's stuck, but that's okay. He's going to receive help over time. We have a different break running. This is the Trafalgar Law break, and that is up to 5 out of 16. All right. Did you see the TikTok guy that yells in stores is facing prison time for his videos? The TikTok guy. Oh. Yeah, he's facing a big prison sentence, right? Like 8 years or some crazy amount. It is. I noticed a lot of the comment sections are like, what? It's just harmless pranks. It's just harmless pranks. What? There you go. Very nice. All right. Very good. Never been more traumatized than that moment. True horror. Did you? Oh, I already read that. May I ask, what does it mean when the slab says 40, 1 in 17? $40 is the price of a booster pack where you have a 1 in 17 odds to pull that slab. So we're selling booster packs where you can pull this booster slab, or where you can pull this slab, and your odds are 1 in 16. And we don't open them until we've sold all 16 of the booster packs. So we have to sell 16 of them to get started. So far, 5 out of 16 are sold. So we're at 5 out of 16. There we go. All right. Very good. You want true horror? You want to get scared? Here's something scary as hell. In the 1950s, 50% of anyone 30-year-olds, 50% of them were married and owned a home in the 1950s. 50% of them. Fast forward today in 2025, and something like only 12% of 30-year-olds have gotten married and bought a home. Woo! Now are you scared? Everyone starts crying. Ah, thank you for the info. No problem, man. We are. Here's these guys, the spicy peppers. Here's a cold one. Here's that guy. New South Park has Mr. Mackey working with us. I was hoping they would make a fun episode over picking on Trump. Boo! I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of faith in South Park. I want to see some good humor. They can make fun of Republicans. They can make fun of Democrats. They can make fun of anyone they want. But the humor has to be good. You know, it can't just be, you know, like, I don't like this guy or something, you know. So it's got to come off clever. Got to come out clever. I was commenting on the first episode of the new season, which seems to have generally gotten very good reviews. But I personally did not find the attempted suicide joke very funny. I felt that it was too dark with not enough of a punchline. The punchline to that joke was that it didn't work because it was an electric vehicle. But I felt like it was just sort of like, it was like apathetically dark. You know what I mean? And so I felt like there was this feeling almost like there wasn't enough passion or like comedy baked into the episode. And then the other part that I found highly controversial was the naked deepfake of Donald Trump. And I thought, if you did that with like AOC or something, would that be a crime? Like, what are the rules on doing deepfakes of politicians? So it's sort of it's a fascinating episode because I have a feeling like they just wanted to see how far they could push the envelope. But it didn't like make me laugh a whole bunch, you know? Like, let's say you're a Republican and you don't like Obama or something, and they do a deep fake where Obama's got his, you know, ass out, and then they do like a thing of his dick. That wouldn't make me laugh either. Like, there's just nothing that would make me laugh. I don't want to see naked politicians that much. Here it is. Nathan Gordon. So they relied very heavily on, they're going to laugh when they see this naked politician, and it didn't feel like a very thoughtful joke. You're just supposed to be shocked and laugh at it, I think. So Nathan with an N. So, but you've got a box right over here. Let's see. But again, I think the point of the joke wasn't to be especially clever. I felt like the point of the joke was actually to just kind of push the envelope on what a studio is allowed to get away with. Here we are. I even felt like the Jesus character didn't feel like his typical self. I felt like the Jesus character felt kind of off. Here we are. All right. There was a sort of somebody else wrote this episode feeling to it. Like the creators are still voicing the characters, but I was like, were they the writers? They did fantastic lampooning Al Gore. Here it is. All right. Yeah, like if they took Al Gore and just gave us like a deep fake of him naked and then showed off his penis, I don't think that would actually make me laugh. Here's Shuppet. I think I'd be kind of just turned off. I'd be like, ugh, how am I supposed to get in the mood now? Am I alone in the binder break? Isaac Thomas. He's all alone. No! Let me grab a bonus card to put in there, huh? What do we got laying around? Here's a Dell Caddy going in. Here's another card to sweeten up the binder break. You know, it's kind of hard to get this into the deck. Here we go. So we got Thunderous, Detective Pikachu, this Pokeball, this Pikachu, Coughing, some Vintage, Eevee. All this could be yours. Dragonite. Now Del Caddy's going in. We'll keep adding to it, okay? All right. Add 2 of my ARs from earlier. 2 of your ARs? Are you sure, Tammy? Ugh. I made a deep fake of you. You're in my bathtub naked. What? All right. Okay, 2 of these, huh? The ones you want to keep the most, probably. So we'll do Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Doo-Doo. I have 2 triple ones. Triple ones. You can't triple a double. How about these 2 right here? You're not allowed to triple a double, Tammy. All right, oops. Don't move. I never said my bathtub, you freak. I don't know what you said, Mary. Mary, you just come in here and say crazy stuff every time. We are. I have 3 of those, LMAO. That's too many, Tammy. You can't be having 3 of those. You're only allowed to have 4 of those. Okay. So, again, this is the binder break. We've added a nice Del Caddy poker card to it, and Tammy is actually donating some unwanted ARs to it as well. So now it's a little bit warmer. So we got Thunderous, Detective Pikachu, Pikachu, Pokeball, Pikachu, Coughing, these guys, and Del Caddy. 3 more cards. It's a bit warmer, huh? There we go. Nothing more crazy than touching your cards with no gloves with your sardine fingers. Hey! So, Isai is back. He says, 10 prismatics. Oh, yeah. Let's get those prismatics going, man. I just bought 2 fresh cases of those because I like them. I think it's a great product. Let me go get some fresh ones for you, okay? I'll be right back. All right, here we are. My bestie, Mr. Isai. So that's 6 of them, but we need 10 of them. Okay, always a good time to open prismatic because I'm pretty sure these just get more expensive over time at this point. When did these come out? Like January, right? These came out in like January or February. Time's flying, guys. These are going to be a year old in no time. All right. All right. The sardine oil helps protect the cards. I always rub sardine oil on the Charizard 1 a month. You know what I was actually looking into the other day again? I was really looking into potentially buying Emboina Burl. I was tempted to invest in wood. It is. You guys ever thought of that? People invest in gold. They invest in silver, rhodium, all this other interesting stuff. I helped my dad run a card shop for woodcrafters when I was young. And I'm very aware that some trees take like 60 years to grow. And so they're over-farmed by woodcrafters and luthiers. And so some woods are extremely valued for their beauty. And there's just not enough of it. And in particular, the burls. Burls are like a wart or a defect that grow off the side of a tree. And so some trees take 60 years to grow, and not all of them get burls. So it's just almost like this really rare occurring event, almost like a diamond. And I don't think most of the world invests in high quality, like super high-end craft wood. So I almost wonder if you could just stockpile a huge amount of that in like your closet or something and see it go up over time in value. Woodcrafting. Pokemon Center, what if termites get to it? No. Termites not going to get to that. My blood work said to stop eating sardines, so I got to finish the rest. What about the morning woods? Did those sell for anything? Here we go. Sneep. All right. Mary's always trying to sell her morning wood. Let's snip this. Sneep. But there were certain types of wood like snakewood, Emboina Burl, any of the rosewoods. But really, the burls were so incredibly rare that they could be as expensive as gold sometimes. If you get the right burl, it'd be like this. It's not going to be. I don't think they'll sell pound for pound, but pretty close actually. It gets really close. It is if you get the perfect pen blank or something like that, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. So it's this limited resource. It's technically a renewable resource. You can grow more trees. The problem is you can't grow them that quickly, and they're over-farmed already. It is. So to obtain extremely high-end cuts of wood, You just can't renew that. And I think they're just going up in price every time is my suspicion, especially if there was a whole group of people investing in that craftwood, the price could probably really jump on it, right? Like it's not something people think to actually purchase and hold as a store of value. People think to hold gold, Bitcoin, Pokemon cards, real estate, stocks, bonds. Most people don't think to hold on to, let's say, the rarest cuts of wood in the world. Have you ever thought of that? The rarest cuts of wood. You could invest in the rarest cuts of wood in the whole world. And if everyone suddenly started doing that, I think the price on them could double or triple overnight because nobody's thinking about it. So it's probably underpriced. Here's Litlio. Ooh. What is a burl? A burl is like a wart that grows on the side of a tree, and they're highly, highly, highly prized by woodcrafters. Here we are. All right. Go look it up. Go look up some images of it. Woodcrafters can use burls to make all kinds of things like coffee tables, artisan vases, maybe a bass guitar. So there's many things you can make out of it. Violins. Oh, pulling golden ogre pond. But it's you know, it's like any rare resource. It's this thing that there's too much demand for it and not enough supply. And even though you can grow more wood, the problem with this wood is it takes 60 years to grow. And so by then everyone's dead. So it's, you know, it's a different group of people. So that wood today has value already. What about the wood stuff they use for cologne? I know what you're talking about. We didn't sell that, but I know what you're talking about. It was like a moldy wood. I learned about moldy woods because we actually did sell molded woods, and I did attempt to mold woods on purpose in order to sell them. Oh, yes, it was called spalted maple. So you take regular maple and you put it into sort of like a compost pile, which you seal with like a tarp, and then you hope that it molds over time. Then you bring the wood back out, you clean it, you stabilize it with epoxy, and now you have a spalted maple block. And regular maple sells for nothing. Spalted maple sells for like huge amounts of money. So that was a project I was learning about. And back then I learned a lot about molded woods. One of them is used in perfumes. I don't remember the name of it. I really don't remember. And I remember back then it was considered very expensive, but it grew off a particular tree, and that tree has to gain like an infection, I believe. So the tree has to gain an infection by bugs. This was very common, by the way, with maple. See, now you got me talking wood. I'm talking wood again. Not ambergris. No, ambergris is that's whale like semen or some crap like that, isn't it? What the hell is ambergris? I can't remember. Here it is. But no, he's talking about a wood that is kind of similar to ambergris, and it's an infected piece of wood, and it's some sort of mold causes the infection. Mr. Lackden Woods, I know all about wood. Here it is, earwax. Nah, it's not earwax. My work has a 100-year-old bar made of Honduras mahogany, which is extinct. No, Honduras mahogany is most certainly not extinct. Here we are. All right. Honduras mahogany just refers to it coming from Honduras, and there should be tons of Honduras mahogany left, I think. Is it legal to chop down Honduran mahogany? When a tree is going extinct, they make it illegal. Okay, so Honduran mahogany is not illegal, but it's regulated. If the wood is harvested legally in compliance with national forestry in the country of origin, then exported and imported with proper documentations. It's often harvested illegally in Honduras, Brazil, and Peru, and it violates the CITES regulation. There you go. So it is a desirable type of wood, but it's not extinct. Some woods are nearly extinct. I think you opened 12. Oh, did I really? Oh, yeah, I opened 12. Well, there you go. Mr. Isai, all 12 packs are for you. You pulled this beautiful ogre pond. Let's pop this into your bag. I don't mind giving Mr. Isai any extra 2 packs. That guy goes deep. So we shipped your stuff, and you should have a new bag, correct? Let's see. I can't do that, mister. No, go. It's all good, man. You've opened a lot of these with me. You're all good. What you could do is if you want to open more, you can open more. But you take those 2 packs as a gift because they didn't even pull anything hot out of them. So it's not a big deal. We are. We'll do a gift on that one. And then if you want to be nice to me, just open up more in the future. Sound good? Or later tonight if you wanted to open more. So there's Pikachu. I wish my wood was desirable. Yeah? You got to have an exotic hardwood. That's what they call the imported woods. They're called exotic hardwoods. We have domestic hardwoods and domestic softwoods. Exotic hardwoods are imported from places like Mexico, Honduras, Brazil, Peru, just like you heard about. All right. Because they get the good wood out there, man. They get the trees. You chop a tree down in Mexico and the center of the tree is purple. How does that happen? Crazy, right? So they get all kinds of really good gear out there, and then it becomes extinct because it gets over harvested. All right. Yeah, it gets extinct really fast because everyone wants it. We have some cool stuff here in America. We have something that I actually have in my backyard right now. It's called, we always call it aromatic cedar, but what's the technical term for it? It's called something cedar. I can't remember. But we have a couple of those types of trees right now in our backyard. And I know for a fact if I wanted to make probably like $500, what I could do is I could call up a tree harvester and tell them, hey, we got these mature adult cedar trees. Come collect them. You know, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And they say, all right, we'll collect them for $500. Problem is, nobody likes to chop those trees down because they're so beautiful looking. So why would you want to get rid of your cedar trees? They're the best looking thing in your yard. How do we talk about wood? Mulberry grows fast, but not desirable. Mister, it's Honduras. Talk to me when your wood is 8 inches. What was your first job? I worked for my dad, and he had started, he had a job, he had a professional job working for Allen Bradley. They were a manufacturing company. No, they weren't a manufacturing company. They were like a technology company. And they built the computers and circuitry boards for manufacturing companies. So his job was going out and teaching people how to manually fix those when they break. So he worked with basically with electrician type engineers. So that was his job. But then he started a small business at home that really took off. It made pretty significant money in the 90s. I believe he was making an additional $35,000 a year. That was the net profit, not the total sales, the net profit. So after paying all the fees and everything, he would collect an extra $34,000. That's how he afforded 11 kids, by the way. And it was a wood business, and it was with imported hardwoods from across the world, because it turned out we were living next to a guy named Hibden in St. Louis, and he owned this big factory out there. And Hibden Hardwoods is one of the biggest importers of hardwoods from around the world. He's one of the biggest importers, and we just happen to live about 30 minutes away from that. And so it was like a resource. And what we were doing, we were taking his scraps and working those scraps down into usable pieces and selling those on eBay, which was brand new at the time. And Hibden didn't care for eBay. He didn't have a website, and he didn't like eBay because he was an old school guy, right? He was really old, and he'd been doing it for a long time. And he just had a lot of clients who looked some up in the white pages and the yellow pages. He didn't use technology like eBay or the internet. Anyway, so we started that business, dumpster diving and selling the wood on eBay. If it's on your back, it's great for a snack. It's log, log, log. So I think my word is good. The girls say size don't matter. It's the motion in the ocean. Bad wood. All girls say he's 5. Troy is on T-App, confirmed. No, PokeRev has the biggest wood. What? What motion? You mean that sad little ripple? Oh, that's mean. Almost 2 a.m. and we're talking about Mister's wood. I know. So why don't we work on that giveaway? Because the queue is empty now, guys. We have an empty queue. If you'd like to open any cards, go ahead and place an order now. How far along are we? We're at 4 a.m. in the morning. We have about an hour and a half left. So you guys could send in orders if you like, or we can talk a whole bunch, or I can price up slabs or whatever you want. But yeah, I can talk a lot about wood crafting, because I started when I was 13, so I spent 4 years working on that, and I worked on that pretty intensely. I didn't do any education. I didn't get educated like high school algebra and all that crap. I just worked on that business for my dad, and that was what made it so easy to transition into this, because I already had done basically a home business before. So I understood a lot of the problems you run into and a lot of the things you need. All right, I got educated on the thing that would later become my actual career. How nice is that? So Izzy's making it in. Hey, wait, before we give out any more spots on this giveaway, Izzy made it in. Let's go ahead and reset the entries. So for the people who are here, you need to type in TCC to get into this giveaway. You got to type in TCC. Sad to say, but I have to punch in for work now. Ah, that sucks, man. Dang, that's a thick Bulbasaur. Where? Oh, this guy's nice. He's only 60 bucks. Thanks for roasting me. You just got served. Applewood is best for smoking. We worked on that too. So so for a little while, we were going to a wood recycling center where guys who chop trees down all day as a business, they take those logs off to a wood recycling center and they drop that wood off for free there. The recycling center takes it and they turn it into all kinds of products like mulch, for example. They had these mountainous piles of wood. It's really, you've never seen anything like it. If you've never been to a wood recycling center, you got to go because it's so interesting. Well, anyways, we got in there for free. They said you can take as much wood as you want for free. You just can't die. They basically said, don't die while you're here. So there's these big mountains of wood, and you could spend your whole day there, and there are these big trucks that come and go, and they just drop off more wood. It's really crazy, actually. And there's like this big tractor with like gripper claws, and it'll like grab wood and toss it into like a gigantic mulcher. And then there's these huge piles of mulch at the back, and they just baggy that up and sell it all day long to places like Home Depot. Anyways, we would take choice cuts of wood home to, we would chainsaw it and prep it for sale. And those would be domestic cuts. So we got really good at identifying domestic cuts of wood that are not just trash to be burned or mulched, but to be processed and turned into like works of art, like giant vases and stuff. And so we really specialized in that. And sometimes we'd run into stuff like applewood or oak or whatever. And we did try taking that and selling that as a product where you know, like we took some of that and sold it as, you can use this on your smoker or whatever, you know what I mean? We did that before when I was younger. But, you know, that wasn't very profitable. The only way that worked was there were leftovers from what we were working on. So what would happen is you'd carve out some product and you'd be left over with a bunch of little pieces left over. So we were kind of almost like the bulk cards that we got right now. Like the bulk cards we got now. The bulk cards are leftovers, right? So we would take our leftovers and sell it as, hey, this is smoke wood. And that was another way we liquidated some of our work and made cash, was we sold wood for guys who like to cook smoked meats. Here it is. It was fun because you learn to identify American trees, you know, domestic trees. We are. That mulch can have lots of insects. Sure, sure. Well, they left it out in the sun all day. That's what they did. It was in these huge piles. And it looked like it was there being stored for a while. And you could climb up it. It was really fun. I mean, it was like a jungle gym there. It was like truly dangerous. My brothers and I were pretty young still. I would have been like 15 or something. And then I had my two brothers who are younger than me. Blake and Jake would have been there. Blake would have been 13. Jacob would have been 11. And I've just got my sandals on. And I'm climbing up these giant piles of trees where if you fell over into the pile of chopped up logs, you could really get lost or crushed. And they weren't like stacked in a way where they were to protect you. It was just stacked up to be convenient for the mulching. And so it was a really interesting thing. Like you could fall down and impale yourself pretty fast. And we had these really crazy moments. And maybe this behavior kind of rubbed off on me to some degree. My dad was like this dangerous guy. He had like a miniature crane attached to his truck that he built because he knew how to weld things to cars. And one time he wanted to take home like this 800-pound log, and we all lifted it together. And it was actually me, Blake, Jake, and Luke, who would have been the youngest brother at the time. And he was he was below 10 years old probably. And we had to do this maneuver where we all had to lift at the same time. And when you do that with a really heavy object, you either go all in or you chicken out and drop it. but you're not allowed to chicken out and drop it because you'll crush one of your brothers. And so we would do something like that. That was I never forgot that. That was a really scary moment because it was like, we should not be lifting this. This is like something for a professional crew to lift. No one, and we got it all the way home. And when it was standing up, it was this huge fat log, and it was taller than my dad. And we carved it up and sold it. And it was cool, but one of us could have died so fast right there. It could have been a horrible accident. And he was just a risk taker. He's like, nah, we're taking this. He's like, I want it. But he would do stuff like that. He made me drive when I was like underage. I did not have a permit to drive, and I had no driving experience. And the truck had like a ton of wood in it. I don't mean a lot. I mean like a literal ton, like a pallet of wood from Hibden. And he's like, you're going to drive this home on the highway. And I was like, what? I was like, all right. So I never forgot that either. And it's like, why would you make me do that? You know, it's just fascinating. He was a risk taker for sure. He liked that kind of stuff. And, you know, I feel like you learn a little bit about life with that kind of stuff. You know, you learn that everyone follows the rules and everyone's very careful, and they're certainly scared to do things. But the tree trunk didn't crush me and my brothers. And I drove home and didn't crash on the highway with a ton of wood in the back. So it's weird. You can take risks and it just turns out okay. I guess, yeah, that was part of my childhood, was just having those crazy moments. Did anyone ever get hurt really bad doing these things? I sliced off the tip of my toe one time because I would walk through our garage barefoot. That's where it was hosted. I remember what it was too. It was a big slab of cocobolo. Cocobolo is a Mexican wood from the rosewood tree family. And it was it must have weighed like 80 pounds. And it wasn't a flat slab. So it was cut in a way where it was diagonal at the bottom. So it was really resting on a corner. It wasn't resting flat, it was resting on a corner. And I worked barefoot in the wood shop every day with nails and splinters and everything, and I never get hurt. But I watched that slab sliding down almost like in slow motion. I'm like, I'll move my foot out of the way. And I thought I did, but I didn't pull it back far enough because I have huge feet. And it slices the tip of my toe clean off because it was so heavy, and it's so sharp because the corners are really sharp. So as I was walking to the kitchen to bandage up my sliced off toe, there was blood spurting everywhere with each step. There was like a big, every time I walked, there's like a little stream of blood. And my mom got really angry. But it all grew back, by the way. It didn't cut the bone off, just all the skin. It is, not everyone starts out the same in life. Barefoot like a hobbit. Yes, actually very similar to a hobbit. I had such tough feet. It was very hard for them to get too hot in the summer, too cold in the winter. And I'm not exaggerating on this. It really was that way. I would just run barefoot 100% of the time, and nothing could cut through my feet. So like I could step on glass and it could be sticking in the skin, but then you just pull it out and nothing would bleed because it didn't get that far. But this thing, it weighed like 80 pounds, and it definitely sliced the skin off the top of that toe. Cocobolo is a tropical hardwood of Central America trees belonging to the genus Dalbergia. What? Well, yeah, there was all kinds of different cocobolo. Honduras cocobolo, for example, which would have been very different from Nicaraguan cocobolo. They had a different color. Honduras cocobolo was a darker brown purple color, and the Nicaraguan, or maybe I'm saying it backwards. Actually, I'm not sure. One of them had a brighter orange hue to it, and that was the more desirable type of cocobolo. But they both had an oily, dense texturing that made them polish very well, nice and heavy, very lovely wood, used in a lot of guitars and a lot of instruments. Well, guys, it's 4:04 a.m. We have no orders in the queue. Why don't I sell you guys some Pokemon cards? Ew. Well, how about this? How about some slabs back here? Cocobolo's a child. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Who wouldn't want PSA 9 Steel DOS for $85? Wow. Or Authentic Drowsy Tora Karuta for $75. Or a sweet, oh, this one's actually good. Okay, so here's a nice one, Suicune 10. Is that price up to date? Let's check the price on that. All wood colors matter. Yeah, there was an orange cocobolo, a purple cocobolo, a dark brown cocobolo. The orange one was the most popular. It would be orange with black lines in it. I can't remember the name of that one, but they all had different names. And they all come from the rosewood family. Okay, Suicune Poker. All right. There is a cheaper one on the market now. It's 180. So this actually gets cheaper. If you're interested in picking up a nice Suicune, now might be the time to spring into action on it. Do the Discord giveaway. Can you use my credit for 8 hidden legends? Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Very nice. All wood colors matter. Here it is. And here is Down into the Depths. Look at all these cards, man. We got a lot of cards. Tossing this over here. All wood colors matter. So, let's see. Craftwood's really fascinating to me because I know so much about it already. Your name's Carlos, right? I'm trying to find your store credit. Brett Love, Edwin. Oh, here it is. Ha ha. Lovely. I'm used to the R being there. I didn't write the middle name, and so it tricked me. Now, he wants it to be 8 packs of Hidden Legends. Do we have Hidden Legends still? Let's go looking for that. So, by the way, Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia, that's the new set. We have it in stock. If you just joined the stream, we have it in stock. We've been opening a lot of it between the daytime stream and the nighttime stream. Do I have Hidden Legends? Oh, get back there. No, that's not Hidden Legends. Ugh. Is this? That's not Hidden Legends. I can't remember. We found some Hidden Legends. Wasn't that the case? Where were they? We didn't already sell through them, right? Was it in this box? That doesn't feel like Hidden Legends. It's been a week or so. We found some maybe sold out already. Let me check the menu, because if I sold out, I certainly would have removed them from the menu, right? Ah, they're not on the menu. They're not on the menu. We might have actually sold them. Yeah, believe it or not, we might have actually sold them to someone. Let's see. If I run into them again, I'll warn you. But I don't see them at the moment. Yeah, I'm not seeing them. They might have actually sold already. Let me go remove it from the menu. Oh, I think I was also debating with myself whether to get more. Do you have any of the Pokemon Hershey chocolate bars or kisses? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I do not. Toss this over here. All right, what do we got here? We've got Ho-Oh, PSA 10 Ho-Oh. He's nice, $150. Mega Tyranitar, that's nice. The Mega cards are going nuts these days. Slowpoke Yellow Deck. Slowpoke from the Trainers Magazine. And Stexkowski leaving the nest. I think I'm going to rotate some of my cards to the front here. And now we can take a nice picture of these. All right. Ooh, there's a big moth outside my window. Yeah, we were talking about wood a lot, weren't we? What do you guys want to talk about now? I can talk about anything you want. I have like this whole knowledge of this thing that I don't use anymore. It's a kind of a weird, okay, this will say all slabs August. It's weird to have a bunch of knowledge that you don't use anymore. There we go. Very nice. Now my knowledge is around Pokemon cards. All right. Here's Hello Kitty, Blaziken, Cloud, he's really expensive, Pokeball, We have Zapdos. I like this Zapdos a lot. He's from the Classic Collection. I have him priced at $70. Is that correct? What was the first card you owned? The very first card that I owned? You mean like from my childhood? I do not know that. Okay, we're going to say Tag 10, Zapdos. Tag 10, Zapdos Classic. That is too long ago. Okay. So here is a cheaper one almost immediately. So here he is for $50. And then what about the PSA 10 price? Okay, Zapdos PSA 10. PSA 10 is even a little bit cheaper. That is interesting that the PSA cards sell for less than the tag slabs. But we're going to go with the cheaper price, okay? We're going to go in between them. How about that? We're going to say 45. Oh, this says it was priced on like $225. Is that right? $825. There it is. I don't think that's right. I think that's 7 down there. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? We've been talking about movies. We've been talking about my past experiences working in a business. We can talk about anything you guys want. We can talk about how nice these slabs are. What is the story of this channel? How did it start? Well, I was already a successful YouTuber called The Economist with 130,000 subscribers. And I got back into Pokemon card collecting. At the time, I was wanting to invest in gold and invest in maybe baseball cards, which I didn't understand at the time. But also, I ran into videos talking about PSA graded Pokemon. And also around that time, Miss Mary, who I think is actually here right now, she donated like $100 to me on the Game Economist channel and told me to go buy some Pokemon cards with that money. I'm betting I was talking about Pokemon cards at that time. I bet that's what I was talking about. So she gave me a big donation, but said I had to spend it on Pokemon. And I opened them up and I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. So that was the agreement, was that I would like open them up and send her a video of them getting opened. And I decided to buy a couple Pokemon cards, real cheap ones, 15 bucks here, $8 there. And I was kind of interested in actually getting serious about it. So my very first large purchase was a $2,000 rocket box. It was like $2,500. And yeah, it was just a crazy, really crazy time period. Is there a price on that Twilight Gray Ninja? I know I bring out the good stuff so I can tease you guys, but no, there is no price on the Twilight Gray Ninja. It is. Look at these. They're so pretty. Here it is. I just want to tease you with that. What do we got here? What do we got here? We've got, oh, there's that Pichu. Melodic Mewtwo, Dragonite, Magneton, Mewtwo again, Mudkip, Charizard, Moltres. Really, this Mudkip should just be put away already. Mr. likes to flex on his. It is. I like to get you thinking. Look at that. Ooh. I like to get your your taste buds flowing. Juice buds for the juice. Shining Mewtwo, Pichu Emerald, Umbreon, Tyranitar, Charmander, Umbreon. I just got all these slabs lying around. I don't know what to do with them all. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, give them away or something. Look at this. This is that leaf green Slowpoke. Ooh. He's super rare. He's like pop 3 or something. Okay. Very nice. What should I price this guy at? I think he's incredibly rare. We're gonna price him at 300. I bet he's lower than Pop 4. Okay. So he's a nice card. Oh, here's one of these again. Remember these? We sold 2 of these too fast almost. Ooh, we got these James Cathcart Meowths. So I've got 3 of the Meowths, and I've got a Kadabra too, an Alakazam, I should say. I like all 3 of these, though. These are all really solid. Like, I like this artwork the best. Very nice. I like that this one is a Holland Phantoms card, and this is classic Jungle Meowth, but this is actually a really strangely rare Pokemon card. This came out of a Fruit Roll-Ups. It's a Fruit Roll-Ups promo Meowth. Look it up. It's a real thing. Brown border. Please don't reference my juice buds. Is there a price on that Twilight Gray Ninja? Can I save my pack from Ancient Origin and have it submitted for grading? So generally the answer to that is no. That is because when it comes to those booster boxes, we don't want anyone holding back their pack to gain knowledge about what everyone else pulls. So when it comes to the old classic vintage booster boxes, the rules we always do with those is that everyone gets to have their pack weighed, and then only the heavy ones get open. With Ancient Origins, it's a modern set, and we kind of require all the packs to be opened. We have a rule actually stating that you can't ask to go last or anything, any tricks like that. So those will all be opened. You know, the reverse hollows and hollows grade 10 too. They're all good. Can you think of an AI device that helps you sell more cards at better prices? Sure. I mean, an AI robot could, in theory, be much better at shopping the market than I am. And so it could give me advice on what it believes is expected to, you know, rise in value faster and what I should be dumping out of my collection. Or maybe it can help me find buyers or find sellers faster, you know. So an AI device could, in the future, could be doing work like that. And I look forward to finding that out if that's true. So it is Tuesday night. Tuesday's not especially well known for being a fast-moving night. Tuesdays do tend to be a bit slow. I want to sort some of these out, man. I got to take some of these slabs and put them away because I got some slabs that are not meant to be sold. Look at that Houndour. He is meant to be sold. That guy is a hold, though. This Charizard, we're just showing him off. That's why he's over here. What if there's a device just telling you the current market prices so you save lots of time searching? You know, I guess if it could be trusted to truly do that, I feel like you might not be able to trust it to do a perfectly good job. These are all going to be for sale, so these actually do belong over here. That guy, maybe not. So I do like these Tyrannotars. Okay, let's see. AI's cool. Okay. These Meowths. Just staring at them, thinking about them. We are. I like that squirrel. Yeah, the squirrel's cool, man. This card needs to go back. He's meant to be put away. It is. It's Gyarados Alakazam, also a signature from that guy. Charizard VMAX. The Chansey coin. You know, I have a couple of the Chansey coins. That one probably could still be sold. Giovanni's Nidoking. These are things that need to go back into my personal collection. I think the thing is, I was just showing them off. Actually, it'd probably be a nice thing to make a video soon, showing off some of my recent purchases. Oh, that's nice. Oh, these are some returns for. Oh, look at that Lugia, man. Got some Lugias here. Well, guys, if everyone is done for the night, I think I am too. I think I might wrap up here, wrap up a little bit early. That's the nature of the stream. I got a lot of things to work on anyways. I told you guys we're having our toilet changed. I'm getting a renovation on my bathroom. We're going to be renovating it, getting rid of the carpet eventually. We're starting with the toilet. And so it's going to be a fresh toilet instead of a toilet from the 1980s. And so I can continue working on that, cleaning up. Mister, what about the monthly Discord giveaway? Yes, let me go grab that monthly Discord giveaway. Thanks for reminding me, Tammy. Perfect time to do that. Where is it? Let me see what it is, because I got a couple slabs in that box. All right, let's see. Where do we host the giveaway? It's over here, isn't it? Announcements. Oh, giveaway. Found it. Okay, good. And it is for a Zubat coin this month. All right, Zubat coin. Perfect. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Pea sprinkle carpet really sets the vibe. Now, I'm going to go ahead and lock up that channel, the giveaway channel. Okay, no one can see it, right? Moderators cannot see it. Okay, the channel is hidden for everybody. And now we need to pick a number between 1 and 100. We're going to do that the old way. Google RNG. I wish it would stop doing that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So is this working? Okay. So here goes. We're going to roll 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Landing on 97. Wow, 97. Okay. I just put my guess. Did you? So this is going to say 97. Looks like NHCC might have. Oh, wait a second. Is it not searching this channel? Hold on. It needs to search this channel. Oh, okay. So you have to click Control Find. Oh, to get this specific channel. So there we go. Okay, nobody guessed 97, so we actually count down because it's Price is Right rules. 96, no one had it. 95, 94, 93, 92, 91. There it is. James Beam on 91. That is now James Beam. You got the zoo bat. There it is. The giveaway. All right, cool, man. Congratulations, J Beam. James Beam. I called him J Beam. Very nice. Good. Let me put a Skyridge Gyarados and Slab away. I know you got one. Do I? I don't think I do. I think that is one that I do not own. Actually, I never thought that that Gyarados looked that good. I never thought that that Gyarados looked that good. All right, I'm just checking the queue once again. The queue is empty. That's the end of the stream, everybody. Short Tuesday stream. I'll be back on for the Wednesday daytime stream. Yay! I'll see you there, everybody. And we could talk about all kinds of wood when I come back, okay? It'll be exciting. You'll be super excited for it. I'll see you guys there.